Hello everybody, hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD. Welcome to the Andy's Frozen Custard 300 at Texas Motor Speedway. God, I hate this track. Race 28 of 33 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series in 2023. We're a week past the last week where we saw carnage within the JRM and RCR stables with 4 of the 5 cars, well, 4 out of 6 cars not finishing the race. All playoff drivers. We see 2 of the JRM drivers now below the cut line, with Austin Hill having lost quite a bit of ground. Although he's plus 21, so he should be good. Sam Mayer, Josh Berry trying to claw back, as well as Kligerman, who had mechanical issue, and Jeb Burton, who was just starting way behind because he didn't have a ton of playoff points. Now we'll be driving at NASCAR's worst track for 300 miles. And we'll just see how this goes. Been running fast, crossing county lines just to make my name in the city. I worked for this for all these years and I never break or back down. I fought through all my fears and all of my frustrations. I see the light, it's getting clear. I know, I'm taking it down. Woohoo! Woohoo! It's my time. I'm taking it now. I'm taking it now.
That's right, Rick, and for Sammy Smith and this team, they had a good start to the playoffs last weekend in Bristol, but that 9th place Bristol finish was their first top 10 since Pocono. So what do they have to do here today?
Yeah, that was over a month first since the Pocono.
Struggle, though, they feel like gave them the mental fortitude to get through the playoffs. They're certainly going to need some of that today, Dave, because they
Allstate Peterbilt Group.
15th position.
Custard qualified third. He told me I underdrove it, but that's kind of the theme of the day for the 00. They're plus 39 on the cut line. They don't have to take big risks. They just have to have a solid day. If they can win it, they will, Marty.
Holy shit.
Racetracks, and this year no one's earned more points on the mile-and-a-half racetracks than John Hunter Nemechek. He won the last mile-and-a-half track at Kansas a few weeks ago, but this morning he told me, listen, we need a little more help on the long run. That's where our car was really not quite as good as some of the other teams here. But John Hunter does lean on a lot of experience from the Texas Motor Speedway. Remember, he came here on a part-time ride, driving for Joe Gibbs Racing in 2021, and won this race. He said that day, I needed to prove to myself I could do it. Now he's on the cusp of maybe winning an Xfinity Series championship. Let's get race number 2 of the Xfinity Series.
Alrighty, let's go.
The engine's cranked here, Texas.
And now, here to say the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome Chief Operating Officer Chris Grooms and founder of Andy's Frozen Custard, Carol Kuntz. Chris and Carol are joined by family, franchisees, and business partners supporting nearly 150 stores nationwide.
Man, we're so excited to be here. From all of us at Andy's since 1986, welcome to the Andy's Frozen Custard 300 at Texas Motor Speedway. We'd like to extend a special welcome to all of our U.S. military veterans, including the 100 active duty military.
They're on the 78 car today.
That Andy's is hosting today. Drivers, start your engines!
They could have coordinated that better. Anyway, 40 cars attempted to qualify, which means 2 DNQs. The number 4 of Garrett Smithley.
This one at Texas Motor Speedway, you're leaving turn 4 with tons of banking, a lot of speed. When you enter this corner, it does not have the banking. It does not make the grip. So if you underdrive it, you're super slow. If you overdrive it, you're wrecked. It is a big compromise here, Junior, but that is not the only challenge at this end of the racetrack.
That's right. You mentioned it. If you underdrive the car, you're going to stay right down here on the bottom of the racetrack. If you overdrive it, you're getting up off the bottom. We've seen cars spinning out, getting loose up off off the bottom groove all day long. It's going to create a lot of challenges for the drivers. Since this reconfiguration, this has been the hardest part of the racetrack. And then you got to funnel off of turn 2. It gets really narrow. A lot of guys getting into the fence off of turn 2 as you lose the banking of the corner before the corner ends. It's going to create a lot of problems. When we come back, though, we're going to have the green flag, the start of the race, coming up next.
Just wanted to listen to Junior and Burton go over it. Yeah, as I said, 2 DNQs. The number 4 of Garrett Smithley for JD Motorsports, and the number 02 of Blaine Perkins for Our Motorsports. I believe that's the first race they've DNQ'd for this year. Starting 38th, driving the number 11, Infinity Communications Group Chevrolet for Colleague Race. Jesus, for Colleague Racing. Like, half a hiccup there. From Bahama, North Carolina, Lane Riggs in his debut. Starting 37th, driving the number 28, Syapps Ford for RSS Racing. From Framingham, Massachusetts, CJ McLaughlin. Starting 36th, driving the number 24, Next Level Marine Ontivity Toyota for Sam Hunt Racing. From New Braunfels, Texas, Parker Chase. Starting 35th, driving the number 38, Tarpon River Brewing Honey Love Ford for RSS Racing. From Mahwah, New Jersey, Joe Graff Jr. Starting 34th, driving the number 45, Easy Mart Foreverlawn Chevrolet for Alpha Prime Racing. From Mooresville, North Carolina, Jeffrey Earnhardt. Starting 33rd, driving the number 78, Andy's Frozen Custard Chevrolet for BJ McLeod Motorsports. From Ridgefield, Connecticut, Anthony Alfredo. Okay, I just want to see if I can pull out my mattress a bit. Okay. Starting 32nd, driving the number 07, Irwin Steele LLC Chevrolet for SS Greenlight Racing. From Houston, Texas, David Starr. Starting 31st, driving the number 08, MPV Express Ford for SS Greenlight Racing. From Phoenix, Arizona, JJ Yaley. Starting 30th, driving the number 43, Lime Tree Classic Collision Chevrolet for Alpha Prime Racing. From Torrance, California, Ryan Ellis. Starting 29th, driving the number 53, Space Bean Chevrolet for Emerling Gase Motorsports. From Orchard Park, New York, Patrick Emmerling. Starting 28th, driving the number 27, Alsco Uniform Chevrolet for Jordan Anderson Racing. From Halifax, Virginia, Jeb Burton. Starting 27th, driving the number 35, Donate Life Texas Toyota for Emerling Gase Motorsports. From Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Joey Gase. Starting 26th, driving the number 44, Champion Container Chevrolet for Alpha Prime Racing. From DeLand, Florida, Daniel Dye in his debut. Starting 25th, driving the number 74, CHK Racing Chevrolet for CHK Racing. From Mooresville, North Carolina, Dawson Cram. Starting 24th, driving the number 2, Wheelan Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. From Alpine, California, Sheldon Creed. Starting 23rd, driving the number 92, Alloy Employer Call811.com Chevrolet for DGM Racing. From Port Charlotte, Florida, Josh Williams. Also, Jeb Burton is a playoff driver. Same for Sheldon Creed. I should have mentioned that. Starting 22nd, driving the number 25, AM Technical Solutions Ford for AM Racing. From Grimes, Iowa, Brett Moffitt. Starting 21st, driving the number 6, GJ Boring RW3 Services Chevrolet for JD Motorsports. From Folsom, California, Brennan Poole. Starting 20th, driving the number 66, Cobalt Enterprises Ford for MBM Motorsports. From Nazareth, Pennsylvania, Sage Karam. Starting 19th, driving the number 29, Pathway Homes Ford for RSS Racing. From Tucker, Georgia, Kyle Sieg. Starting 18th, driving the number 31, Funkaway Chevrolet for Jordan Anderson Racing. From Rhinelander, Wisconsin, Parker Retzloff. Starting 17th, driving the number 39, Psyops Ford for RSS Racing. From Tucker, Georgia, Ryan Sieg. Starting 16th, driving the number 26, Rudabush Toyota for Sam Hunt Racing. From Boston, Massachusetts, Kaz Gralla. Starting 15th, driving the number 18, All-State Peterbilt Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. From Johnston, Iowa, Sammy Smith, our third playoff driver. Starting 14th, driving the number 51, First Pacific Funding Chevrolet for Jeremy Clements Racing. From Spartanburg, South Carolina, Jeremy Clements. Starting 13th, driving the number 10, Poppy Bank Chevrolet for Colleague Racing. From Kannapolis, North Carolina, Daniel Hemrick, our fourth playoff driver. Starting 12th, driving the number 91, DriveSmartWarranty.com Chevrolet for EGM Racing. From Wentzville, Missouri, Kyle Weatherman. Starting 11th, driving the number 20, Romco Equipment Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. From Mooresville, North Carolina, John Hunter Nemechek, the fifth playoff driver. Now for the top 10. Starting 10th, driving the number 98, Monster Energy Ford from Las Vegas, Nevada. For Stewart Haas Racing. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Riley Herbst. Starting 9th, driving the number 16, QuickType Products Inc. Chevrolet for Colleague Racing. From Talking Rock, Georgia, Chandler Smith, our sixth playoff driver. Starting 8th, driving the number 9, Menards Polonis Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. From Atlanta, Georgia, Brandon Jones. Starting 7th, driving the number 48, Spikelet Cooler Chevrolet for Big Machine Racing. From Greenwich, Connecticut, Parker Kligerman, our seventh playoff driver, notably not in the owners' playoffs. Starting 6th, driving the number 1, Accelerate Pros Talent Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. From Franklin, Wisconsin, Sam Mayer, playoff driver number 8. Starting 5th, driving the number 21, Global Industrial Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. From Winston, Georgia, Austin Hill, that's playoff driver number 9. Starting 4th, driving the number 8, Jarrett Logistics Systems Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. From Hendersonville, Tennessee, Josh Berry, that's number 10 for playoff drivers. Starting 3rd, driving the 00, Haas Automation Ford for Stewart Haas Racing. From Ladera Ranch, California, Cole Custard, playoff driver number 11. Starting on the outside of the front row in 2nd, driving the number 19, Interstate Batteries Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. From Knoxville, Tennessee, Trevor Bain. 19 is in the owners' playoffs only. And on pole, driving the number 7, Reese's Ice Cream Sam's Club Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. With a whole time of 29.188 seconds and a whole speed of 185.008 miles per hour. The only driver to hit 185 miles per hour average speed. From Spalding, Illinois, the final playoff driver, Justin Allgaier. And that is your starting lineup, which is great timing because the pace car is coming through turns 3 and 4 now with the lights off.
The round of 12, and Allgaier won a week ago at Bristol. We have this race and then a week off before the Roval will determine the cutoff for them. Win and you advance if you're a playoff driver.
The pace car is rolled off. It'll be 200 laps around the 1.5 mile racetrack. They're trying to start race 2 of the round of 12. We're green at Texas. Justin Allgaier is off to a good start. Little shaky behind. Trevor Bain gets a good run on the inside as they go through 1 and 2. But Allgaier jumps out clear of 2nd and 3rd place. Oh, Sam Mayer hits the wall immediately. Oh my God, what a disaster. Wow, what a disaster. Chandler Smith has to go high to dodge as they go 3 and 4. That one car is slow. Oh, well, that's it. Well, that's one way to start, and his playoff run is probably over now. I mean, he... Oh, Herbst is slow. Oh, Herbst.
Right side damage, heavy damage on the right side of the 98.
Damn. We're 2 laps in, and 2 cars are... Wow.
Lane and third lane and 1 and 2. So slippery. In Cup qualifying, we saw cars spin out on their own.
Unbelievable.
Just getting up to speed. Sam Mayer got out there and just had no choice. The car went completely straight.
So take a look at this. Sam Mayer on the outside. And he's just up in that light gray area.
Yeah, so he went high. Like, he slid through that turn because he went high, which at Texas is basically taboo because of this. They ruined the racing surface. He smacked that wall hard on both the front and the rear. But what happened to Herbst? Like, he has right side damage. Oh my god. Alright, great start, huh? Oh, Lord. Anyways, you know, we're already at commercial. Oh, what a crappy track this is. Oh, man. Well, I guess I'm going to have to postpone my dinner plans. A caution was for the debris from his car. Really? Apparently there's potential rain for tomorrow. That doesn't fill me with much confidence. Bumpers bent, we're done, says Mayer's crew. I'm like, good God. Like, well, one playoff driver is out of the race, or one of who he's already below the cut line. He's extra screwed. It's like I thought he was going to make the final 4, and he's completely crapping out in the first round. What the heck is in that car? There's something like wag back and forth in the... Is it hill? Anyway.
The one just kind of gets high, and it looks like he's going straight because he's not turning the wheel. I'm not sure if he can. It's either too tight, too loose, or just overall no grip. The car goes straight up into the wall.
Then Herbst... Oh, the other side. Wait, what? Oh my God. Whoa!
Very, very high up the racetrack. Heavy contact.
Oh yeah, look at the debris. It's short, like it shit itself.
At the end of the day, they're both on the DVP. I think the one is trying to repair his, but the 98 has given up, gone behind the wall. Repairs unable to be made. The one still sits on pit road. So we're gonna see if they
I forgot to hit the scroll over to the leaderboard.
As you saw, has taken it to the garage area. There he is in the Xfinity Series garage area. He said that he went down in turns 3 and 4, and he felt like the right front went down and just completely shot up the racetrack when the car landed. So we have seen this Texas track be trouble for the playoff drivers. 11 of the 12 playoff drivers last year had an issue already.
11? Well, I guess the only one who didn't was the winner, Gregson, who won 4 in a row. It was his 4th win in a row. First time it ever happened since Sam Martin 82, 83.
those 2 race wins he got earlier this season, they came on road courses. So the Roval looking like a must-win situation for Sam Mayer. Dave.
Pole sitter Justin Allgaier got a great jump down into turn 1, looked completely under control, but radioed his team this.
Buddy, is it slick compared to earlier? Holy cow.
Holy cow. Allgaier with a nice job driving it fast through 1 and 2, but that got all of their attention that time, and most drivers want to know what exactly happened to Sam, so I would do the same thing.
Spotters are going to be telling the drivers what they saw, the line that he was running.
We have to remember that when practice and qualifying happened earlier this morning, the track temperature was way cooler, and this track has gotten hotter. But I believe that it is slicker outside of that bottom groove, worse than it's ever been. It's always been treacherous, Jeff, but today, I mean, right now.
Anyway, now you can confirm that both Herbst, Mayer and Herbst are out.
So I believe that, obviously the track is going to have a lot less grip.
Unbelievable.
For the tubes, a lot of guys are going to be wanting that bottom groove. Some will have to take the risk and go to that outside because there'll be so many spots to gain from it.
Yeah, typically on a mile and a half, you'll see drivers wanting to pick the outside to be able to get on the outside of the guy entering the corner and take air off the car and get grip off that bottom car. But today, I think if you're Allgaier, you're going to want to pick the bottom. You know what's happened to these other guys. You know how slick it is. You just cannot put yourself in that position.
So we're seeing the choose right there. A lot of the cars in the top 10 taking that bottom groove. The other cars choosing the outside, taking the advantage of it.
All right, let's. Allgaier, Bain, Custard, Jones, Hill, Nemechek, Kligerman, Hemrick, Berry, Retzlaff.
I've got to run the inside car really tight to be able to stay somewhat in the grip in the bottom groove, the lower groove of the racetrack. I've got to really pinch the car on the bottom low and against the apron, but that does put you at a very big risk of that car on the bottom getting loose, sliding up the track into your door, and taking you both out.
6 laps complete, 2 cars already out of the race. Riley Herbst and Sam Mayer.
36 cars remain.
Being scored right now 32 points below the cut line. 12th overall in the playoff standings of 12 drivers. So more than likely a must-win situation for Sam Mayer when he goes to the Roval final.
He could do it. Both of his wins this year have been on the road courses.
Start. And all the drivers very aware that the bottom line is the preferred line. And you don't want to get too far out of it.
They fucking ruined this track, man. They ruined it. All right, restart, number 1. As restart equals number of cautions minus 1. Wow, they're already chopping low even before the set of turns. Allgaier clear into the turns. Yeah, that's one way to say it. And they don't want to head into the black. That's the death zone. Already almost like 2 wide. Some people looking for 3 wide almost. Cole Custer, Austin Hill making moves on the bottom to 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, he's just taking it very carefully off in the 3 on the outside groove. Now the 9 car of Jones is on the outside into turn 1. He's going to have to be careful out here.
If you're Brandon Jones, you want to be as low as you can through that corner. You know it's already slick up top, so try to be as low as you can. And he did a good job of that. He lost his spot, but didn't lose 3 or 4.
Everybody trying to get to that white line.
Oh God, it's so ugly.
Van Siegen at 39, pushing that 31 just a little bit higher. Parker Retzlaff.
I think that the more we run and force, slower cars and whatnot into that outside groove, it'll clean up. It'll become somewhat manageable. Will it be a groove that you'll be able to make, time in? Probably not. Will it be a groove that you'll be able to gain a spot or 2 on a restart late in the 3rd stage? I believe so. We got some cars in the wall off of turn 4.
Oh, come on, another caution.
The 11 car.
Oh, shoot. 53, that's Emmerling.
As well, you see
And Derek and Lane Riggs.
that's Riggs in the 11.
That was all him. He got loose underneath the other clip kid.
There's the information from the spotter. But coming up off turn 4.
Oh, man, Lane Riggs lost his ass.
This is the second time Lane Riggs has had an issue today. In practice, he spun coming out turn 2
with the 66 car. Lane spun in practice and damaged the left rear quarter panel. They got this car fixed. I think in this situation he was trying to avoid what we're seeing right here, the 38.
Oh,
the racetrack
fucking Joe Graff Jr.
The 53 into the wall. Both cars made contact. And then
Well, then what happened to Lane Riggs?
So caution 2 has come out here in Texas, and that wall has caught another car.
What even is this? Don't touch my things, gross. Janice?
Great. 3 more cars in an accident, one of which is probably out. I mean, for real, what the hell, man? Hi, Brian Seneca. Let me see chat real quick. Who's on the pole? All Geyer started on pole. He's still leading. He's led all 11 laps thus far. And we wait and wait and wait and wait. All right, we're back.
It was the 38, Joe Graff Jr.
Joe Graff Jr. and Emmerling are now 3 down.
38's up the racetrack a little bit. He's just kind of chasing the race.
Like, what the hell? 38.
Contact or not, but it was enough of a disturbance. Right here, we'll see. If it wasn't contact,
It was.
Contact just a little bit there in the left rear quarter panel, but it's enough to get this 53 out of shape. They're both up in the dirty part of the racetrack.
Oh! 11 had to try to swerve through the thing to dodge, but he lost his ass somehow.
And just going through right there, he tears the tailpiece off the car. I'm not sure how much damage was done.
Oh, and it gets to the 53 run into it.
Splitter of that race car, that grass down in the infield on the front straightaway here does a bunch of damage to the Xfinity cars. Their splitters dig in.
Well, this isn't out of the norm for Texas, because Texas has the most cautions by track. We look back since 2017.
All right.
12 races.
111 caution.
11 cautions.
Oh my God. More than Daytona.
And it kind of happens just like we're seeing here, which is a rash of yellows, either from a slick racetrack or aggression or all of the above.
That's fucking embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Long green flag runs, and then once that goes away, it's chaos again for a few restarts until they get it figured out.
Yeah, this just isn't a normal mile and a half. You know, it just every racetrack has a different personality. We talked about it out there on the racetrack. We showed why turn 1 is such a challenge. And then 3 and 4, you know, you just go through there and you feel like Superman. You have so much grip compared to 1 and 2. And then when the car steps out, it comes around quickly. It's just an extremely challenging racetrack. It's you know, it's put on some great races. It's put on some very entertaining races. Been fun to watch the last few races here. And what I liked about it as a driver is that it was hard. It put you in a position where you had to make compromises. Your entry speed, when you could go back to the throttle, and that's, as a race car driver, that's what you want.
Second time in 2023 that a Xfinity last place finisher failed to complete a lap. The other one was Stefan Parsons at Nashville.
Early on for Riley Herbst, he's out of the infield care center and Kim's with him.
That's right, Rick said he slid up the track. So walk us through what happened out there, Riley.
Yeah, on the pace laps, I was warming up the tires pretty aggressively, and I just felt like we were starting on super low pressures. I felt like that just because of how much fluff I had in the sidewalls and the tire. I landed in turn 3, and it just went down on the right front tire.
Bam!
I tried to chase it up, and I thought I saved it, slowed it down enough. But when I continued to chase it, I obviously ran out of real estate. So, truly disappointed. I should have learned from the pace laps and probably pitted before green, so I could have had a chance to race this. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. This is just a frustrating year for sure. And,
I can't believe he's still in his seat. Third year. Every year seems to be getting worse.
For Riley Herbst.
Fourth year in a top ride. You know, theoretically.
Cars, every car, both the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series, that have the Sherry Pollock's ribbon on it. And heavy hearts this week as we lost Sherry on Sunday to ovarian cancer, only 44 years old. I think everybody wants to make a difference in the world. And no question, Sherry Pollock's made this world a better place. Longtime partner of Martin Truex Jr. She helped start the Martin Truex Jr. Foundation, as well as Sherry Strong, helping childhood cancer and ovarian cancer sufferers for life. She's just been amazing. She was amazing. They raised over $10 million through their efforts, but again, heavy hearts as we lost Sherry on Sunday.
The first time the number 1 failed to complete a lap of an Xfinity Series race.
2x2 once again as we're getting ready for the restart. Austin Hill now will be on the outside of row 1. Allgaier on the inside. See the Toyota on board. Jonathan Nemechek. Nemechek in the top 5.
Yeah, you noticed the cars that chose the outside of the restart before did not choose the outside on this restart. There now.
All right, here we go again. On lap, we're going to be restarting on lap 17 for our second restart of the day. Green, green, green. Allgaier on the inside, Hill on the outside. And into the turn, the two leaders stay side by side. Hill getting a great run along the outside. Oh, he's not clear though. 7 got a better run down the backstretch, and he clears Hill for the lead. Nemechek loses a couple positions through 3 and 4.
A little bit careful through that corner. We've seen so much issues, and Austin Hill was willing to be aggressive. Now you see the 8 car, Josh Berry, he's on the outside. But you can see it's starting to get better. It's not great by any means, but Josh Berry able to have a reasonable pace of 1 and 2. Still not the pace in the middle of 3 and 4 that he wants, but the exit of 4 works pretty well.
Oh! Hemrick hit the grass. Damn. Oh, man. Yeah, that car is... Oh, for Christ's sake. Oh, shoot.
Left front tire. He's going to have to come to pit road. They're going to have to make repairs on this car, try to figure out how to clearance that.
That's an issue with vision. You just can't see right
Damn,
now.
man.
You misjudge where you are on the racetrack and you catch that grass.
He's not going to come to pit road. I'm a little surprised by that.
Okay.
Here you go. Here's what happened.
Let's see. Behind Sammy Smith. Oh, wow.
He didn't know the grass was there. He just misjudged it because he was to the right side of the car. Then when he turned, boom, there he is in the grass. and unfortunately, that damages the car.
The splitter, it's like, I can see it's like kind of folded in on the front left.
Looks like it's splitter, probably splitter structure, the fender. So the arrow from the air going around the fender's an issue. The splitter looks lower. Remember,
Trevor Bayne on Cole Custard, that's for P3.
Look at him at -5, 10th in the point standings. He's hoping the chaos continues and he has a chance to come to pit road. But as we run on the green, he continues to lose time.
And another driver already out, playoff driver Sam Bear.
And Sam down at the infield care center. Give us an idea of what the track conditions were and then what the car was doing in that incident.
Yeah, just really unfortunate. Obviously, I made a mistake. It just got in too hot. The track doesn't have any grip up there because they ruined it with the PJ, but
Ha!
really unfortunate.
Wow.
Don't know what to say. I apologize to my guys because nothing I can do to make up for it. Obviously, that's a little task for really unfortunate.
After that reset, what's the optimism level as you head to the Roval, knowing you have 2 wins on road courses?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to make something happen, and our backs are against the wall.
Backs are against the wall. Well, let's listen in on the 10 radio now. Daniel Hemrick.
Higher, look clear.
Where's Hemrick? Hemrick's running in P33. Lane Riggs has gone 2 laps down, even though he stayed on the lead lap previously, so the car has still got damage.
He's worried about whether the tire's smoking. He just wants to make sure that he's not going to blow the left front tire. They're giving him information to ease his mind.
6 top 5 finishes this season, but 8 finishes of 21st or worse.
Wrap your mind around the fact that this is how this car's going to drive. We're not going to be able to repair it. You see just how bad the damage is to the left front, and it's dragging the ground on the left front. That'll clear it somewhat as the race goes on, but the aerodynamics, to your point, Steve Letarte, it is not going to drive well.
No, this is not going to help the driving. To answer Daniel's question, though, I do believe it's safe to cut a left front tire. It looks like everything above the tire that might get into the sidewall. Maybe a little wisp of smoke right there, but I think he's okay as far as, cutting the left front tire due to damage.
3 wide here between Chandler Smith, Retzloff, and Weatherman. And Chandler Smith makes that pass. That's for a 12th.
They didn't understand exactly what he was asking.
They get to start at the back or something. He's up 23 spots.
Cannot tell from inside the car if we have left front
Just to
tire.
start.
So Chris Rice was just letting him know that it's going to be long.
CD 11 on the apron.
Lane Riggs.
Go back up to speed again. Riggs was through the grass, tore the back of that car off. They've replaced it.
Well, two bad news, one
So
good news.
3 cars out, 1 car off, and 1 car 5 laps down. We're at 27 laps done. Just past 12.5%. Rather, it's 13.5%.
At a track like this where you can see that 19 of Trevor Bayne, how that car works and how it's handling. Watch it drive down the corner with the backs moving around. Get right against that apron. And right on board with John Hunter as he bounces through the bumps in turns 3 and 4. They've actually ground those bumps a little bit since the last time they were here, trying to improve the ride quality through that corner.
And with these Xfinity cars, you can see what John Hunter is doing. There's a big advantage to get your left front fender in clean air. So see how he's always lower than the car in front of him? Even on corner entry, he would rather stay out against the wall and turn later. But he's got to turn early. He's got to get fresh air to that left front. Watch him go corner exit here. He just tries to be lower than the 19 of Trevor Bayne every single part of the racetrack. Just trying to get downforce on that race car.
Searching for clean air. While the 10 still slow on the racetrack, Allgaier is putting the lap down.
Yeah.
Allgaier leads.
8 seconds to the next guy. And now I wait on the world's most boring racetrack. Ugh. Actually, never mind. Monaco holds that title. Place where it's impossible to pass. Just wait. Nothing's happening right now. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm freaking tired. Oh man. No, I mean, I'll sit back up to the yellow. Oh my god. 15 to go on the stage. 30 laps complete, so 15% through. We're still at 15 to go? Really? Unless I just saw the last lap. 14 to go, okay. Why are these laps going by so slowly? My god. I mean, seriously, this is... Like, I feel like these laps should be going by way faster than they are. Trevor Bayne back up to Custard to try and pass him, while Austin Hill slowly reeling in Justin Allgaier. We're not back yet. 12 to go. In the stage. All right, we're back.
Tonight on NBC and Peacock, top 10 teams collide in South Bend. Number 6 Ohio State battles number 9 Notre Dame. Buckeyes Fighting Irish. Coverage beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern. You're watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs. It's Andy's Frozen Custard 300. It's been all Allgaier. 34 laps complete and all out front for the 7.
And look at the line they're running through the corner in turn 1 and 2 now. Some cars are making a little bit of time getting up off the bottom of the racetrack, and they're starting to clean up that groove. And I'm telling you, late in this race, as bad as the outside was at the very beginning, it won't be a bad place to restart. Might be able to take advantage of that before everyone else figures it out.
And now that longer run that you had talked about, Steve, is starting to happen here as Austin Hill has stayed about 0.8 of a second.
Anyway, 2 lap cars. That was a high KJ Productions. I think the race gets. You think so? If you say so, I disagree entirely.
You have to get back down before entering turn 3 or you're going to lose. Right now, it just don't look like the outside lane has any grip whatsoever. I mean, you don't want to have your right side messed up at all. Like, you've got to leave about half lane between you and the bottom lane. Just not let your right
Somehow I already hit 120 views. I don't know how that's possible for this race, for what track it is. But I salute the people who came out to watch.
Just a little bit up off the bottom in 1 and 2, and that's where he's made the time like Junior just mentioned.
Alright, we got Sausage Karam got lapped. So did CJ McLaughlin and David Starr. Daniel Dye would be next.
He has to wait a little longer than the car behind him, Trevor Bayne, to get back on the throttle. All that, and yet he says it's a little loose into turn 1. So a little bit of a handful right now for the 00, Kim.
Hey, you mentioned Trevor Bayne. He's in the 4th position trying to find his rhythm. He actually told me because he's so part-time, he really has to treat each weekend like it is his first time at a track. Probably does 3 times more studying than full-time drivers do care. Right now, that car just out of balance. He said it's freer in and tighter off than it was in practice. Just overall worse handling condition.
8 to go on the stage.
Just his 3rd start. But what about Sheldon Creed, Steve, back at 24th?
Well, he's having major issues. 24th and almost a second off the leaders. Only 6 seconds in front of them. So with 7 to go, you would normally think no problem. He can stay on the lead lap. But he is so far off the pace, there is a chance that the leaders could get to him. I mean, there is Creed right there. And the leader is basically, what, a straightaway, less than a straightaway behind him.
Yeah, so there's Creed coming through 4.
Yeah, Allgaier's, like you said, it's about a second a lap Allgaier's got some traffic he's going to have to go through. You can see right there, that's going to slow him down a little bit. Right there, he's been catching the traffic. He lost, I don't know, maybe about a half a second. So, in pushing that barrier, keep going higher and higher in 1 and 2. But let's try to look at the 2 cars and see what they're talking about.
On lap 40, what's this done? It's 20% of the race done. 1 out of 5.
For this 2 car is you can hear it's true bewilderment. They have no
5 to go on this stage.
Their driver, they know it's bad.
Okay, I feel like I'm gonna like freaking pass out. This is, I don't know about Texas. Why I don't know why I'm really feeling this, but Texas, I just wanna. I'd rather take a goddamn nap. You know, this isn't fun. Maybe I'm overly biased, but just piping around with no action. Besides the wrecks. 4 to go on the stage.
The car isn't as close to perfect for what Sheldon needs. It absolutely lessens Sheldon's confidence. So not only do they need to make the car better, but they need to make it better in order to give their driver confidence.
So this is all about preparation. Before the race, they should have measured where all the jack screws were, what adjust the springs. The track bar adjust to where that is. So literally, you would send your car chief over, and before you make any adjustments, you're about the last car in the lead lap anyway. Take all of those measurements and make sure something isn't loose. Backing out. Make sure you
3 to go.
don't chase a mechanical problem. Check all the time.
See, Daniel Dye went a lap down. Parker Chase went a lap down. Joey Gase went a lap down. That's 12 cars, either lap down or out.
Less than 3 laps to go in
Or
stage 1. And already,
something.
Into the wall is out.
Alright, 3 to go on this. Sorry, I said that already. Well, I can't. I'm losing my freaking my mind here.
Going a lap down.
I remember when I lost my mind.
24th position.
Yeah, Creed's been pretty slow. He could get lapped. 2 to go, although I doubt it.
Through turns 3 and 4, he's got decent speed in 1 and 2, but Sammy Smith's been able to gain tons of ground on the 8 through the turn 3 and 4. Just in front of them, Parker Claremont trying to get to the end of the stage here as well.
And stage points are in front of them. As they know now, 1 more lap to go.
All right. What's happening to the stage? The 7 breathing down the 2's ass.
43 and Ryan Ellis is holding up that 7 car just a little bit, and Sheldon Creed's loving it now. Ellis to the outside of 2 cars.
Ooh, 43's got win on the 2.
Slow the 2 down just a little bit more. Definitely not what he wants as the 7.
Here comes the 7 on the outside of the 2. He laps the 2. He laps the 43. Sheldon Creed's gonna go a lap down at the end of the stage. Or will he? He's out on the line. Allgaier with the stage. Free pass. Creed!
It's going to be very close. Allgaier wins the stage. That's his 10th stage win of 2023, the most of all drivers. And again, the top 10 all receiving.
Well, that woke me up. Man. There we go. A good race. Something happening wakes me up. Yes, we exist. You don't like a race like Atlanta. Sometimes an hour is like super speedway. What, you talking about Texas racing at super speedway? I mean, you know what? More power to you for enjoying Texas. Thankfully, you can find enjoyment where some of us or a lot of us can't. I can respect that. But man, I'm just glad I woke up. I'm glad I sprung awake for that. Yeah, no problem. Do you live in Texas? Sure. I'm just curious. All right. You're from Virginia, but you love 1.5-mile tracks. All right. All right. Now we wait. We're back.
Allgaier, who was able to win, and that means he grabs another playoff point, which he will be able to take into the round of 8 with him. He already knows that he's going into that round because of his win last week at Bristol. There were 19 speeding penalties total in the last 3 races here, 13 total in the prior 6. And they're on pit road, Marty.
Rick, remember it's 130 degrees inside these cars. They asked Austin Hill, do you want a fresh bottle of water? His answer, absolutely. He said the car fired off decent, but then quickly went too free on the infield.
All right, let's see how the pit stops go. All right. Hill's going to finish his first with a 14 flat. Allgaier's a 13.5. Custard a 14.6. Allgaier, Custard, Hill, Bain, Nemechek, Jones, Chandler Smith, Klickerman, Berry, Sammy Smith.
A bend with a bump in your erection might be painful, embarrassing, difficult to talk about, and could be peyronie.
Anthony Alfredo also went a lap down during the first stage.
Treating for more than
Now we wait. Alright, wait. All right, we're back.
The Andy's sweet move of the stage, and we have to give it to the two of Sheldon Creed. Remember, he went a lap down there, but to get the free pass, he's got to be in front of the 43.
The 7 car went around him so fast he turned the 43 sideways, and he had to jump out of the gas. Sheldon took advantage of that. He was able to get up underneath him off the corner.
24 Parker Chase also now listed as 1 lap down. So 24 cars in the lead lap.
So they're going to have to make changes to this car and make it better. If not, the 7 cars will come around and lap them unless they get a series of cautions. So were they able to make the changes to get this car where it needed to be, Marty?
So, Jeff, we've talked about the heat today. The wind is also a factor. Steady at 14 miles an hour with gusts close to 30 miles an hour. Is that affecting John Hunter Nemechek and the handling of his car? Listen in.
It's 3 or 1, but it's on the front end, kind of on landing. Some left, combined. Yeah, 10-4. Wind's kind of hit or miss. It's not terrible, but it is slowing down like turn 2 to turn 3.
So Dale Jr., a wind that gusts close to 30 miles an hour, pushing into turn 3 and 4. Would that affect the handling of the race car like John Hunter thinks it might be on his car?
100%. That's what that is. The wind in the left side door. The car is trying to shove you across the racetrack, and it will make the car feel very tight. It'll do the opposite into turn 1. The car's going to turn very good. Maybe even be loose into turn 1. And there's really not an adjustment you can do to fix that. You can do a lot of things to the race car, stick the car, but you can't change the wind.
No, you can't change the wind. Just make sure, to your point, we have a discussion about it. So you understand that's going to be there. The one good thing, steady wind may be a little more predictable than something that's really gusty.
I like it.
All right, pace car rolling off. Time to start stage 2. Allgaier restarting on the outside this time. Custard getting a good push, but Austin Hill. See if the 7 getting a good run, but stalled out behind Custard, and the 00 will take the lead.
He loses the lead and the control of the race right there. A little shove from the 20.
Should have started on the bottom. I don't know why he moved up.
Now we'll see if that 7 car.
Let's see if he can catch up.
Back up there and try to take the lead. It'll be tough to do.
After leading the first 52 laps, now Cole Custard has
That was a blunder right there.
today, as we see Parker Clearman right there on the bottom of the racetrack. Brandon Johnson 9 coming up on the outside.
Ford has really improved their pace heading into the playoffs. I know they had a mechanical last week at Bristol, but you know he looks like he's running 3 or 4 spots higher than we had seen that 48 run most of the year. The Allgaier has not let Cole Custard get away though. As we look out the back of the 00 with that Goodyear onboard camera.
If Cole's driving his car where he thinks he needs it, which this time he was lower in the corner, the time before that he was up about maybe a quarter of a car width, and that was giving the 7 car a little bit of clean air. If you're Cole Custard, you got to pin this thing on the bottom. You got to do just that. You got to paint that white line with your left side tire. Do not give any good clean air to that 7 of Allgaier. Now, as this run goes on, you might have to block the second groove because we've seen the groove open up. But early in this run, the bottom's going to
Right now, it is still. Oh, we got a spin. Oh, a car. Oh, man. Oh, man. Brennan Poole smacks the inside of pit road. What a wreck.
Somehow gets turned around on the front straightaway.
And the other half of the Emerald Gase team, Joey Gase, wrecked as well.
35 car as well, sitting right there, just Joey Gase.
That's one of the most severe contacts I've seen in
Damn. That thing is destroyed. The front end smacked.
flag stand toward turn 1.
always scary when a car goes
Oh.
to the pit wall. You know, all those people standing behind that wall.
That was awful. My God. Well, both cars were on the lead, or at least the 6 was on the lead lap. Not anymore. Parker Chase gets the free pass.
6 was running 18 when this happened.
It was a good run for the team. Man, that ended so badly.
This transpired on the front straightaway. Brandon Poole's probably hoping for more. Texas native. Woodlands, Texas. He was starting it. The 6 right
35 got damaged.
at the top of the screen. They're coming up off the corner.
Let's see what happened.
6. Does he get loose here? Get some help from behind? Yeah, down the front straightaway.
Oh, Ryan Sieg.
Nose of the 39 car.
Now he's in the grass, and the car just does not slow down in the grass the way it does on the asphalt.
That thing just...
Unfortunately, it turns.
Oh, man. Right into the 44 pit stop wall.
People were sitting on that pit wall or near that pit wall. That box looked pretty clean, Steve.
Yeah, that's the fear, right? Is that someone's sitting on the wall, or even an air gun, a tire, something. Can
Now, how did the 35 get damaged?
The wall is shorter than what an outside wall would be. You can see that with how it only catches like the bottom half of the nose.
And that thing popped in the air. One more time. Oh my God.
I mean, just a huge impact. I don't know if the spotters from the
Oh, that's awful.
Across the game, this will be a great view right here.
Holy crap.
All the people on the ground can move away. Those guys sitting up on top of those pit.
And Joey Gay spun. Oh.
The 35 car just spinning harmlessly. He must have just tried to avoid or slow down because of the accident.
This is you see the gentleman on the 00 car, he hunched behind the wall, he saw it coming, and Dave, that was a big hit.
Vicious.
Yeah, that happened just before the pit box of race leader Cole Custard. And here was a radio from crew chief Jonathan Toney.
Oh, this 6 car hit the pit wall, I don't know, about 8 foot from where I'm sitting. I kind of jumped a little bit. Jeez, everything good? Yeah, thank God everybody on this 45 seen him coming and jumped back over the wall, and our guys did too. Everybody's good here.
So that was Tony's clue. The 45 crew saw it coming, jumped back. Jonathan saw that, and he shrunk back himself. Glad everybody's okay down here from my visual. No one got hurt.
Jumped a little. I'm just letting you know that if I saw it coming, I'm going off the back of the pit box.
This was a really big hit for Brennan Poole. Got turned there by the 39 of Sieg. Poole hard into the pit wall, but again climbed out of the car.
Oh, cannoli, look at this. It's like a science project. Ordering lunch. Easy for you and me, but can be so difficult for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Are those all different lettuces?
Yes, sir. Brown rice, white rice, or quinoa.
We're gonna need a minute.
Do you have any food allergies? Well, my teeth are sensitive to cold.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
That'll be $19.45. Oh, I'm just paying for my own salad.
I'm all about.
Oh boy. I mean, like, what? We've had a lap one crash, then a one car hit the grass, and then we just had that doozy of a crash. I feel like it's gonna be like a race that just doesn't want to end. Started out as a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was... I don't know why Mr. Brightside is going through my head, but... No, he takes off. No. I'm Mr. Brightson. Paul seemed not happy with. Well, let's see. Over Brendan Poole radio after driver got out. Mother effing asshole. He's a dumb mother effer and he's mad he can't run up front. Worked 17 hours the other day of these stupid effing race cars. Nothing. Well, that is one angry hombre. Hombre.
Technically still available. The Ken's going to need a little help for both Chase and Jet. It's going to be a lot to watch. I'm going to be tuned in for sure. Pretty exciting. We saw what the playoffs have done to stock car racing, what these drivers have had to do. We've seen some of the same thing from the riders. The pressure of the playoffs is real.
So again, under the fourth caution of the day, and it was for this spin by Brennan Poole. Slides across the grass and hard into the pit wall.
A truck is a tool.
Just trying to adjust my mattress a
It's
bit.
the let's load up the ATV
I just
design.
redid it yesterday and already feel like it's starting to go back to how it was before I fixed it. Like spilling out on one side and then another side. Super annoying.
During Ram Power Days.
During Ram Power Days, get 4,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most 2023 Ram 1500 trucks. See your Ram dealer today.
Introducing new buttermilk biscuits in sweet and savory flavors, so everyone can have their perfect biscuit. Or add one on the side. Get a breakfast biscuit sandwich with a side for just $7 for a limited time.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my
Hopefully that works a little better.
It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. And they felt dramatic and fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections of blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
I'm all about fall, especially this new pumpkin spice frosty. So I'm taking some me time out here.
Question for you.
So, fries are a utensil, right?
Good question.
It is a good question. Can you give us an answer?
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new pumpkin spice frosty or cold brew.
Getting ready for the restart here at Texas Motor Speedway. That's where you're staying, right, Steve?
No, but that's pretty cool. I want to give them that.
That's what, outside the racetrack? Yep.
That's a nice hotel.
I like it.
29 laps to go in stage 2. The Andy's Frozen Custard 300.
Darrell and Jeff said it the best, right? The 7 lost control of the race to the 00, and since then, Custard's led all the laps. The 7's good enough to take the lead back. 21 surprisingly lost the spot on pit road. We don't see that happen very often out of the 21 pit crew. They'll have a couple more shots at it.
Which lane do you choose, inside or outside?
Well, the outside's definitely gotten better, but I'm taking the bottom just because it's such a short runway into turn 1 and 2.
You can see a replay of basically the restart before with the 7 on the outside, and what his job will be is to stay on the outside of the 00 off into turn 1. He cannot let the 00 clear. As soon as the 00 has any clearance, he can start to finish the throttle, open the wheel up, get in front of him, start to disadvantage the 7 car aerodynamically. Justin wants to stay on that door on the restart off into turn 1 of the 00.
And I feel like Justin's car got better. Like that first lap and a half, his car was not as good as the 00, but then I felt like he was a little better than the 00. So he trusts the car now can roll to the outside better than it did on new tires. Kill him.
And Brendan Poole has been released from the K
Yeah.
Center. I know you were really upset on the radio.
Oh, he's got it's out of the group.
I'm not really sure. I haven't seen a replay. I did lose a little momentum underneath the 45, and
A while
I don't
since
feel like I made a
you got
huge
him on.
move. I just was trying to get ready for the corner. Yeah, I don't know. It just looks like there wasn't a lot of room. Certainly
certainly anything I didn't try to do and just got hit in the left rear quarter, got turned around. So, sucks. We had a really good
Bam.
just unfortunate. I'm sure Ryan didn't mean to get in there. I feel like maybe I could have a little bit more give and take, but from that angle, it's hard to tell.
And getting ready for the restart now. Again on the inside, it's Cole Custard.
All right, here we go. Allgaier Custard. Ooh, contact on the restart right before they got to the line. We're getting going. Man, there's a lot of getting physical on this restart. Oh, Allgaier just shoots off into the lead from the outside. Wow. Oh. Oh, someone had a tire problem there. No one's Ooh, a wiggle from the Trevor Bayne. No.
You see how that stacked everybody up behind Trevor. Now Trevor's got to protect that bottom from Josh Berry. He did it. Parker Flickerin trying to make that second lane work. Right there, the 19 left the racetrack some. But Josh Berry couldn't take advantage of it because the fourth.
Oh, Jeffrey Earnhardt in the wall. Come on.
That looks a lot like getting up out of the groove in turn 2, right?
For Christ's sake. Jeffrey Earnhardt was on the lead lap, so he'll go. Oh my.
They've been able to come down pit road multiple times, keep working on that race car to make it better. You know, things in a race that you do not control do affect your race, and in this situation, this has been an advantage for Sheldon Creed.
45 is running 15th too. Jeffrey having another good run, ran pretty decent at Bristol, and just see what happens. He's definitely up.
He's ahead of Josh Williams here.
You gotta be on the door.
You gotta be closer. You gotta
No, he just slid up, spun through the PJ1.
That's not Texas right now. You just gotta be lower against the door of the guy underneath you.
This track sucks. My God, it's an accident hive. I don't.
See Sheldon Creed right there.
It's a cesspool.
Please don't come back to this racetrack. Look how close that is.
Well, you mentioned Sheldon. He's already made 3 pit stops. Been on pit road for over 2 minutes at the moment, kind of working on his car, but we haven't really seen enough green flag laps to know if he's really fixed it or not, to be honest.
They'll have to choose and we'll restart. We return to Texas Motor Speedway.
Oh my God. This track has been consistently terrible. It shouldn't be this easy to wipe out. Let me just wait. As I mentioned, Supercross is having their finale. This Supercross/Motocross is having their championship tonight at the LA Coliseum. Then also, I guess I don't know who's favored to win the title. I know there was one Jet something won every single race of the motocross section of the schedule, which is pretty impressive. I don't know who's in the points or whatnot. So. All right, we're back.
Getting ready for the restart. There will be 22 laps to go.
In the stage.
Across the start-finish line this time in stage 2. And out front is Allgaier. He's able to get in front after that restart. Custard, Austin Hill, Nemechek, Trevor Bayne all the top 5. Parker Kligerman in 6th. Josh Berry. Dave, how about Chandler Smith? After starting in the back, has made his way up into the top 10.
Be the drive of the day, Rick, in my opinion. Got stage points, made it to 10th from 35th by the end of stage 1. Got that 1 point, and the car has been great. They had the most laps in practice. They said it's the best mile and a half we've ever had in practice to start a day, Kim.
Dave, we've talked about how hot the conditions are here in Texas. 132 degrees inside the car. The drivers have lots of tools to cool them off, including a cool suit, which pumps cold water through a shirt that they wear. Well, for Sammy Smith running in the 10th position,
Is it broken?
the cool shirt is failing.
Well, that sucks. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in that heat either.
That's worse than having no cool shirt at all. So it's going to be an uphill battle, a hot one for Sammy Smith, Marty.
Kim, let's give a tip of the cap to Jeff Burton. Started 26 today, running in the 11th position right now. And we talked about how this team brought a brand new car to the racetrack this weekend. Well, Shane Whitbeck made it much better on that first adjustment. Steve, you've had the new car blues before. You know what this team is going through, but going the right direction here once the race has started, and more importantly, on the right side of the cut line right now.
And you hope that the new car is better, but with only a short 15-minute practice, sometimes you don't have enough time to work out
All right, here we go. Restarting again. I've lost track of how many cautions we're on. We're green again.
21 to go.
I think we're on 4 or 5. Allgaier low, Custer high.
That's going to be tough for the 7 car to be able to get up off the corner.
25. Got loose in the goose. But he keeps it straight though. Now to 3 and 4. 7 car, clear the 00.
Custer's going to try to fall in line. He loses that spot off the hill. Parker Kligerman strong on the outside of Trevor Bayne now.
Yeah, they got a bunch bottled up behind them here down the back straightaway. A little bit defensive on that bottom groove. Trevor's car just not handling quite well enough for him to be able to commit to the throttle.
And now the helm's going to be on the bottom. So watch what happens. Josh Berry is going to push Trevor Bayne. And that's also going to help Josh Berry. Now Josh has got to get to the bottom. Chandler Smith is 16. A little bit of contact right there from the side of Kligerman.
Brandon Jones out there as well. Uber competitive around the cut line right now. Cars weaving around all over the backstretch.
Smith back here losing a few spots as well.
I feel like Parker right there. He said he saw an opening and said, "Okay, I'm just going to lift right here and get behind the 27 of Burton and regroup." That was a great restart for the 27 of Jeff.
So it's Allgaier, Custer, Austin Hill, Nemechek, Trevor Bayne, top 5.
Hey, Austin Hill, Cole Custer back in the battle for second. Nemechek trying to join the party.
00 to overdrive the corner here. He's a lot faster than Cole right now. Cole struggling with the balance of that car, a little bit of front grip. Going away on the 00. And Austin Hill's trying to attack. He's driving down in the bottom of the racetrack here to the inside. Custer using that higher line in 1-2, trying to create some rotation in the car, choosing that higher groove.
Yeah, that helps him down the straightaway because he's got a little, he doesn't pin the car down as much on corner exit.
Nemechek running back in that 4th spot. Looking forward to Austin Hill. And Cole Custer now 1.2 seconds behind Allgaier. in clean air. Easily the fastest car on the racetrack.
Like he's already clear of Custard by over almost a second and a half now. Now he is clear by a second and a half. Klickerman, Burton for P8 makes the pass.
Ran the high side of 1 and 2 to create that opportunity to get the run and pass him low down the back straightaway. 27's got an issue, Marty.
Oh, Jeb Burton vibration. Just lost 3 positions. Klickerman, Sammy, Brandon Jones, and now Sammy Smith made that pass.
It's very concerning because
8 miles an hour slower than the leader's last lap.
loose wheel. And if it's getting worse and worse, that's definitely a sign of an issue with the tire, the wheel, something coming apart. Just 14 laps to go in the stage. You're going to try to get to the end of the stage without issues.
Allgaier, again, pulling away from Custard. 1.8 seconds now, the separation between first and second.
And Nicole Custer is just still a little bit tight in that car. He was told by his crew chief, we freed you up about 0.5% the last run, but it's still too tight. We heard him chirp on the radio at the last restart for Nicole Custer.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, Dave. Is just balanced. The car is just not quite there. But now he's ran enough laps and he's changed his line a little bit too. Put a little bit of distance between him and the 21. So even though they don't love how that car is handling right now, he's made the adjustments on the racetrack to remain competitive and keep this track position.
I love that sound so much.
That there's no aero disadvantage for Cole Custer. Cole Custer is messing up the air for Austin Hill and Nemechek behind him, but Cole has clean air. That's a big advantage. He's Jeb trying to hang on to these spots in 11th spot. Marty.
So, Jeff, remember we mentioned the contact with the 92 on the restart before this one. What Jeff radioed in, the team believes is the case as well, is that the wheel weights maybe got knocked off of the right front tire. What kind of vibration would that cause behind the wheel, Jeff?
It does. It just shakes. So when it shakes, the problem with that is not just uncomfortable to the driver. Every time that wheel shakes, it does not handle. The tire is not making grip. A vibration hurts grip with the race car. So it's not an annoyance only. It's also a handling problem.
Yeah, even if you're behind the wheel of the car and you're in the car and it's shaking, you think that is taking grip out of the car. Even just on the offense to really push the car, you see he's struggling really to keep track position, keep these cars right here behind him.
Jimmy Clements and Parker Retzlaff right there. Going to try to take this inside line and take that spot away from Burton. Under 10 laps to go.
Hello there.
It's that Astro Sniper right here.
Yep.
And this is my man Astro Sniper. Well, hope you're doing well while we're watching this pretty crappy Xfinity Series race.
Has it been that dead, this one?
Crash on lap 1, another driver wrecked on lap 2. We had a driver plowing into pit road head on. The track's bad. It's just, this track is terrible overall.
Look, welcome to Texas.
Yeah. My man here also, he watches Formula 1 as well as I do. What do you think of Singapore?
Quality was surprising.
Race.
I'm a little bit worried about Logan Sargent.
Yeah.
Crashing qualifying Q1.
And crash on lap 21 or so. Here's the pass for P11 as Jeremy Clements makes a pass. Jeb Burton and Burton's teammate Parker Retzlaff also passes him and looks to pass Jeremy Clements in the span of a straightaway and a corner. Battle for 11th weight is on as the 27 continues to fall back. Jeremy Clements retakes 11. All right. I just want to make sure I got covered.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No worries.
But yeah, qualifying. I mean, for those who don't watch F1, you've probably heard of Max Verstappen, who's been crushing everybody under his toe. Didn't make it to Q11. Didn't make it to Q3. Finished 5th, which is a miracle for that, considering how bad of a race they had. Like they started on hard tires because they needed to do something different, And then Logan Sargent crashed around lap 2021, or actually I think it was around lap 18-19. But it ruined their strategy because everybody else pit for their second set.
Yeah. The biggest surprise in F1 has to be the McLarens with Piastri and Norwich. They've been how can I describe it? The McLarens in this season have just gone in a up trajectory.
Yeah.
Like overtaking Ferraris, overtaking the Mercedes, with the McLaren still struggling,
I'm guessing they divested out of their IndyCar program, considering that the team failed to win an IndyCar race this year.
Plus, they've had a falling out with the IndyCar driver they're with right now.
Palou.
Yeah, because Palou doesn't want to be in McLaren. He wants to be in another car next year.
Palou did the smart thing, in my opinion. It's looking at this playoff grid. It's pretty close for 7th through 11th. Creed is only +2 with Hemrick only +1. Then you got Burton -1, Burton -3, Kligerman -4. It'll set up a good showdown at the Roval, especially when you count in Sam Mayer as the driver way out, who's won 2 road courses this year. Okay, just wanted to get that out of the way.
Yeah. I mean, if Ole Gunnar wins this, it's going to be like Olgar wins this. He's pretty much wrapped up for him. He's got 2 winners on his belt. He's already advanced. He's got a comfortable lead.
Yeah, I mean, he just needs, at this point, he's just building up playoff points for the round of 8. That one is adding just winning. He's going for win number 23.
Looks like he might win stage 2 as well at this point. So
I'm trying to remember if he's won at Texas before. Let's see. Let's see. Justin Allgaier. He's never won at Texas. He's crossed with a bunch of tracks this year. Never won at Charlotte. Won there. Hadn't won at Daytona. Won there. Hadn't won at Bristol since his sophomore season in 2010. Won there. Texas he hasn't won at. So hopefully that pattern doesn't translate to Phoenix, considering he has won there. And I have to think he's the favorite to win the championship.
Yeah.
Well, if Allgaier wins this race, he will break a tie between himself and 2 other legendary Xfinity Series champions. Tommy Ellis, who was the 1988 Busch Series champion. And Allgaier wins the stage. Custer 2nd, Hill 3rd, Nemechek 4th, Bain 5th, Berry 6th, Chandler Smith 7th, Kligerman 8th, Jones 9th, Sammy Smith 10th. All right. So it's a 6th caution. Okay. So,
I gotta admit, love the Reese's Peanut Cup.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I might need to get some ice cream after that. What were they saying? So yeah, we're currently.
It makes me want to get Reese's.
Well, it accomplished its goal. And as I was saying, like Allgaier currently is tied for 12th all-time with wins with 2 legendary champions. Tommy Ellis, who is the 1988 Busch Series champion for J&J Racing in his number 99 Buick. And
so I'm just watching the replays.
Oh yeah, that crash was nasty.
How did that car flick like that? It was just a tag, I'm guessing?
I don't know. It didn't scrub off speed in the grass.
The
other driver who he'd be tied with is Sam Ard, and in my opinion, is the greatest driver in the history of the Busch Series. 2-time champion in '83 and '84. Holds the record for the most wins in a single season of the Nationwide Series. I think 7, 8, 9, or wait, 4, 5, 6. No, he doesn't. But he had a 10-win season in 1983, the first driver to ever get a double-digit win. And he until 2022, he had the He was the only driver to ever win 4 straight Xfinity Series races at South Boston, Martinsville, Orange County, and Charlotte, respectively. Then his number 00 Oldsmobile for Thomas Brothers Racing. That record was broken in 2022 when Noah Gragson won 4 in a row at Kansas, Darlington, Kansas, Bristol, and Texas, where we are now. And of course, he ruined his career. He almost basically ruined his career by but he's been unsuspended.
The one thing that has surprised me so much, or shocked me so much, is the Singapore Grand Prix.
Just the fact that Red Bull wasn't competitive?
That's the biggest shock of my life, because you look at the Baku.
Yeah.
You look at other street races they've done.
Miami counts, but
Monaco, yeah. Their car has been dominant, and Singapore had to be the biggest shock and the biggest downfall I've seen in a car manufacturer's history. 10 in a row, you're going for the 11th. You're thinking they're going to stick to the usual, stick to their plan. Then all of a sudden,
they're back on top. They got that new floor.
It just failed. Yeah.
Man, it's I'm debating whether to watch Japan or not. It's gonna be at 1 a.m. and I know Verstappen's gonna win. The car is so fucking fast.
What? Who's that on the pit lane?
Jeb Burton
with the tire.
Jeb, he had a vibration.
NASCAR officials actually seeing, they 2 NASCAR officials looking over that car. That must be some sort of bad news for that car right there.
Find out. All right,
and it's pit race time.
Austin Hill with a 15 flat. Allgaier with a 13 flat. That's a very good pit stop. Cole Custer a 14.3. Allgaier easily wins the race off pit road. Custer second. Bain third. Then Berry, Chandler Smith, Jeremy Clements, Nemechek, Kligerman, Brandon Jones, Austin Hill. Austin Hill is the major loser. He lost. Holy shit, there's a tire rolling down the track. What the hell?
Crazy fortunate that he got to the end of the stage. Remember, he was losing spots.
That Jeb Burton, his wheel came off right at the end. Holy crap, that was his left rear. Oh my god.
Oh, there he goes. He's off rolling.
Yeah,
it's rolling.
That is wacky.
Well, it looks like F1's come back to town. No wonder the 27's in pit road.
Yeah.
I'm guessing either the nut was not on tight, or maybe the tire broke off.
There's something. It's like something in the wheel that got shifted that helps hold it in place. It was. You kind of hear it shaking in the car, and then it just gave way at the end of the stage.
So to say this, is that Ryan Reynolds?
Yes, for Mint Mobile. Yes.
Oh, for goodness sakes! Next year, you know he's going to come down to the UK with Mint Mobile.
I mean, he's been doing commercials.
He owns a football team. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, like I said, you have to admit, we all thought that the Red Bulls were going to do the unthinkable and be the untouchables this whole season. Everyone knew they were going to be like that.
I'm glad they weren't for one race. It doesn't mean this. It doesn't automatically redeem the season. It's still been shit, but it was a breath of fresh air.
I understand it's not like that.
I finally don't have to put a Red Bull on my blog post for it. I could put.
I know.
I could put the red colors of Maranello.
But there's. But there's one thing I have to admit, that this F1's no joke. This F1 season, I don't care, Max. winning every race. I really don't care. Because it's going to be to a time where it's going to be like when Lewis Hamilton won every race. It was like, oh, Lewis Hamilton's overpowered. He's got a powerful car. He's all this. He can't drive.
I can at least he had either a competent teammate, or B, one of the other teams could actually match his pace. Which
exactly.
I mean, Rosberg didn't make it easy for him. Neither did Vettel from 2017 to 2018. 2019, 2020, you could make the argument for that, I think. Even though I don't think Bottas was that bad. As bad as Checo.
Bottas actually. Well, the reason why Bottas left.
Oh, one of the drivers climbed out of his car. What happened?
It's
it's a substitute.
Oh, is this a new driver coming in?
Yeah.
Stefan Parsons. This is new.
Yeah, well, it's a rule that you can substitute drivers if you need to. All the points will go to Josh Williams.
Who's jumped into the car?
Stefan Parsons.
Parsons.
Yeah, Stefan Parsons.
Is he a new driver that's trying to get into the series?
No, he's been around for a while. But never. His only solid ride. Whatever ride he picks up, assuming it's not a crappy ride, he usually outperforms it really well. So he's a good driver. Yeah. He's been running part-time. Some races, mostly for SS Greenlight Racing this year in the 07. He ran really well with Alpha Prime Racing last year. But yeah, most of the races that he's on this year have been with the 07.
If I was in the 27 right now, and that's what happened. The axle cap. Oh, I never knew an axle cap can just pop off a car.
Yeah. He's the fourth playoff driver to have an incident.
I do have to admit, though. I do have to admit. Like, the one team that has shocked me this season has to be McLaren. I'm being truthful, I feel like McLaren has slowly become the McLaren of old. Very dominant, trying to pick up the pace.
They gotta win a race before I can say that. I mean, if they really want to be the McLaren of old, one of them will take out Verstappen in the first corner of Suzuka.
Not that one. No.
Oh, come on, that was peak McLaren.
I know, but not that kind of it.
Peak McLaren. Anyway, we restarted. Allgaier, Custard once again making up the front row with a restart. They're side by side as they go down the back stretch. Cars weaving around. Ooh, Custard to the bottom, and he's gonna take the lead. Clear. Oh! Bane around! Barry around! Oh! Austin Hill caught up! And a 91 of Kyle Weatherman involved. Damn it. That was 19 was my pick to win. Oh, man.
19 needs to go. That was a bad one. Oh, dear. It looked like the 19 just got clipped. Oh, the 8 got clipped by the 19 and they just went.
I'll see the replay.
Look at that. Oh. Yeah. The damage on that 19 car is quite bad.
Let's see this again. 19 slid up and they synchronized gun. Clearman weaved through that like a madman. Good for him to knock. That's another playoff driver with damage. It's his second straight week that he's had a problem. Mind, Josh Berry is replacing Kevin Harvick next year. Hopefully this is not a foreshadow of what's to come. But Stewart Haas desperately needs something good to happen to them. They're losing their only good driver. Well, the only driver who can drive their car is worth a damn. And even then, that's a questionable statement to make, considering that they haven't been good lately. Harvick just got knocked out of the playoffs.
The interesting thing about Haas is that even in the F1, that they're having problems, you know.
Huh?
Even in F1, the Haas team are having some issues in the F1 standards as well.
Oh, I didn't even notice the damage. I don't know if I even noticed the damage to Austin Hill there. But so that's 6 drivers, playoff drivers with damage today. A couple are out. Honestly, I'd say that Haas F1 is better than Stewart Haas Racing right now, which is something I never thought I'd say.
Of course.
I mean,
you got 2 fantastic drivers.
A fantastic driver and Magnussen. Okay, that's a joke. But I think Hulkenberg is better than Magnussen, at least right now. But yeah, I mean, 2 veteran drivers. I mean, though Stewart Haas also has 2 veteran drivers, except one of them is way past his prime, the other one's retiring. And
Magnussen and
Hulkenberg,
Kevin Magnussen and Hulkenberg. I mean, even though they're old, they're still fantastic drivers.
I'm talking. When I said one driver who's out of his prime, one driver retiring, I'm talking about NASCAR. But I'm rolling Harvick. Briscoe's has talent, but he can't make it work. Especially after he got a monster. Do you remember that he got a monster penalty this year?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
120 points after Charlotte. And it's not like in the fake part, like basically it actually tanked their performance in that race, which is the sad part. But right now he's 30th in points after that penalty. Without the penalty, he'd be in 23rd, I guess. But no, what? The team's just been garbage.
Well, that 21 Sabria is completely front right. Is gone. Yeah, you know what? Let's become a little drift car.
They're not allowed to drive skewed like that.
Yeah, no. But how can I put this? There's a lot of issues. There's a lot of issues altogether, really. I mean, if anyone's anyone into F1 racing, I mean, we might actually see an early goodbye to Logan Sargent if he doesn't improve this season.
It's the only seat that we don't know next year.
I know, and it's a scary thought because
the only
I think
F1.
They this. How can I put this? If you ever want to put your back into a driver, or in this case, if you really want to really be happy at Williams, they're not a great team. Don't get me wrong.
They're not. They're what? I think they're 7th in points team wise, thanks to Albon on his own.
This is his first season?
It is.
In this.
Yeah.
At least give him another season, see how it does.
Drivers typically need a couple of years, unless their performance is absolutely horrendous. I
mean, he's not last. That's what I'm going to say. He's not last.
Well, De Vries is last. Well, no, actually, Ricciardo is last. But
Ricciardo's last. Nick De Vries, Sargent are the only 3 with no points.
De Vries.
Right
De Vries. You think De Vries got it rough, man? I can't. It's like I watched Italy. The hype, like Italy last year, the hype that he got after pointing in that Williams car, and then the fall after losing his ride after 10 races with AlphaTauri and that 21. So it's sad.
Which it hurts. It's a painful thing for me because De Vries is not just in an ordinary driver. I mean, he drove in the goddamn Formula E series
So high rank
and won it.
Extreme.
Yeah, Formula E racing.
Well, I mean, I freaking love. It's about your power management. It's about timing your passes absolutely correctly. It's about not going airborne, which I shouldn't even be mentioning. But it's seen those cars went pretty freaking high this year. So at least 6 times a car went airborne. It's about contact racing, which is rare for an open wheel series. But it's a rough and tumble series. It's a race is so it's awesome. And he was a champion the 2021 season. He won that title. Well, I think helped by who were his rivals that year? I think Jake Dennis was one. Was Mortara one of his rivals? I'm trying to remember. Like, all of his rivals fucked up in the final race of the year at, I think, Berlin.
Let's see this. So, last season, right?
Huh?
You talking about last season? Or
No, 2 years ago. Last year was Van Dorn. Besides also what?
No, it wasn't Van Dorn. Jake
Dennis. No, this year is Dennis. Last year is Van Dorn.
Oh, this year. Sorry.
So about 2 years ago, when I might just rewatch it.
Nick DeFries, Nick DeFries was the 2020-21 season.
Why did they call it that? Like, the season didn't even start in 2020. I think. Let me just. I mean, was Norman? I don't remember who the. Oh my god.
The season started. The first. Yeah, it was 2019, 2020. 21-22 was the actual season Nick DeFries won, and there was 15 rounds, which ended in Germany.
Oh, Mitch Evans is one of the drivers that got.
Mitch Evans, yeah.
And Mortara.
You gotta admit.
And then Jake Dennis crashed on his own. Green, we're green again. Custard leading the field on the inside. Allgaier on the outside. It's a weave a bit. Chandler Smith giving a push to the 7. Through 1 and 2. Allgaier right back to his favorite spot. That, of course, being P1. Not clear, though. Almost looked like someone crashed on the backstretch. All right, the 7 is clear. Chandler Smith hanging tight on the outside with the 0-0. And is he gonna hang tight on the outside? And can he clear Custer for 3rd? 21 cars remain on the lead lap. Oh, a car hit the wall. It's Parker Ritzloff. The number 31. He was running 11th when he crossed the finish line last, which on the last lap. Oh man! So another car falls victim to the treacherous Texas Motor Speedway. Oh geez, 26 looked like he almost slid up. 18 almost looked like he slid up.
At the end of stage 1, and they have fought themselves back, and he is in 8th place, trying to get by the 9 car for 7th place.
Man, this track is just it's so brutal.
Until they've got this car good enough that he's fighting for these top 10 positions.
Welcome to Texas.
What happened to Texas? They reconfigured it and then they splattered it with shit. AKA PJ.
Like I said, welcome to Texas.
I said welcome, not what happened. Yeah, I mean, Texas ain't all that bad. We got Coda, which some of my friends disagree that it's a good track. I disagree with that notion. I think Coda is a fantastic track for NASCAR. Caution is out. What happened to Jeffrey again? Are you kidding me? Holy crap! That thing is brutalized on the right side. That's the 8th caution, I think. Oh, the drive shaft was rolling onto the track.
Did he just break his drive shaft?
Yeah, that thing is totaled. Like, you're gonna see that car. That thing is destroyed.
We do lose it in the back end.
Let's see this again. Let's see how this went. It's gonna slide up into the and
What's this back end?
oh man.
Just no grip up there. They've worked in a second groove, but if you get above that, it's really, really dirty, really slick, easy to get yourself in trouble.
We saw Jeffrey Earnhardt climb out of that car, and the Anwar says proved to him as well. Another race start coming out from Texas.
All right, Ryan Ellis gets the free pass. The 43 car. Over here, great. It's been a great run for the number 74 of Dawson Cram. That team has struggled to even qualify for races. And this is the first really run they've had. They're running P17 right now. Shout outs to them. Perennial backmarker team that suddenly now couldn't even qualify for races just because the Xfinity Series, the level of performance has stepped up majorly since 2020. I mean, the best performing team has looked since the Bailey Curry and Kyle Weatherman days in 2020 when they had decent drivers.
Sure. Well, this season's lineup looks absolutely freaking fantastic for the Formula E series.
Who's lineup?
You got Dan Ticktum.
Oh, Neo 333. Who is Sergio Set's camera? Is that the other Neo?
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad I can remember this stuff.
Nato and Roland are actually
McLaren?
not teammates.
For what team? Is it McLaren?
Nissan.
Nissan, okay.
Nissan is Roland.
Who's partnering Jake Dennis at Andretti?
Jake Dennis.
Yeah, who's partnering him?
Andretti is Nato.
Wait.
Norman Nato.
You just contradicted yourself. I thought you just said Nato was going to Nissan.
No. I said Oliver Roland is Nissan. Yeah. Nato is Andretti.
Well, then who's going to Nissan?
It is Frentzen.
What? Wait, what? Oh, Sasha Fenestraz. Okay.
Yeah.
At least said like Heinz Harold Frentzen. That would make zero sense.
Welcome to people with learning disabilities. Huh?
Heinz Harold Frentzen, the 1997 Formula One World Run.
Yeah. Jake Hughes is in the McLaren
with Sam Bird.
Yep.
Mitch Evans, Nikita Cassidy at Jaguar, Robin Friends and Sebastian Buemi at the Envision team. Did Envision win? Wait, did Envision win the constructors last year?
Let me check.
Or this year, really? Yes, they did.
Envision won, yes.
Andretti.
Not a lot of points.
Let's see. That's all we know right now. There's still Maserati, Penske, Cupra, Mahindra, and Porsche. All right.
Yeah, I was so loose in all day to turn 3.
Not a lot of teams in this, but I really hope there's more coming soon.
We got 11 right now, I think. I wish there wasn't always a two driver limit. But actually, this reminds me. Do you watch MotoGP at all?
No, unfortunately.
I mentioned this earlier on my stream. It's been a disaster this year. They decided it would be a great idea to add sprint races to every single race weekend. They're already running 20 races, I think. Or 20.
That's too much.
Yeah. So drivers have been wrecking and injuring themselves all year. To the point, like, there are... So let me just quickly running off... the team MotoGP has 11 teams in it. I'll just rattling off this on the points from worst to best. Repsol Honda, Gas Factory Racing. Okay, Repsol Honda team is the worst. Then Gas Factory Racing Tech 3, LCR Honda, Crypto Data RNF MotoGP team, Gresini Racing MotoGP, Monster Energy, Yamaha MotoGP in the middle. Then in the top 5 from 5th to 1st, you got Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, Aprilia Racing, Ducati Lenovo Team, which is where the championship leader is, Mooney VR46 Racing Team, and Prima Pramac Racing as the best team right now, just by constructors. That's 11 teams. You would expect 22 riders per race. Tomorrow's Indian Grand Prix at the Boot International Circuit. It'll only 20 riders, with 2 of them being substitutes for injured drivers. That's pretty bad.
That is actually bad.
I'm just gonna analyze. Like, I asked on Reddit if someone was keeping track of this. Let me just see if I can find the spreadsheet for it.
There's actually some interesting development. The Porsche Formula E team has not announced their 2 drivers yet.
Oh, yes, I mentioned that.
Which is interesting.
All right. Let me see. MotoGP. Let me see if I can find. There was someone just made a list just for Portimao. Portimao was the first race of the year. Just the first race weekend. All right. Marc Marquez fractured his first metacarpal bone. Miguel Oliveira, contusion in the right leg. Enea Bastianini broke his right scapula. Paul Espargaro, pulmonary contusion, jaw fracture, and a fractured dorsal vertebra. Joel Kelso, fracture of the left tibia and the right ankle. Kota Nozane, lumbar vertebra fracture. Jorge Martin, broken toe and ankle injury. Lorenzo Felon, dislocated shoulder. 7 drivers, each with injuries. At least 5 of which had to miss a race because of it. And that's just one race. I see. So obviously this is not NASCAR related, but I figure Texas is so shitty. I figured I might as well talk about something else. Let me see MotoGP list of injuries 2020. Let's see if I can find a better list.
There's been a lot of injuries everywhere, really. A very, very big amount of injuries.
I mentioned 2 drivers had over 50% of the grid has suffered injuries. That's that. Just in the sprint race today, Luca Marini fractured his collarbone. Also, Marco Pizzecchi had, I think, a crash as well. Oh, it was a teammate collision for VR46. Mooney.
Well, MotoGP has been... How can I say? MotoGP is pretty much...
We're green!
There we go.
Yeah. I mean, obviously wrecks happen at OGP, and they're big because there's nothing protecting the drivers. But it's ridiculous this year. Adding sprints is a terrible idea. Oh, Allgaier forced into the outer roof. He's gonna fall out of the top 10. Wow, he got punted like a football. Custard to the lead with Nemechek in hot pursuit. And that 7's not going to be happy about that.
No. At least he saved it. That's the main thing.
Yeah, thank God. But probably now he's still stuck outside. Someone else is riding the high line. That's weird. Oh, it's Kraus. Never mind. He's already he's
7 laps down.
Yeah.
Feels like.
Riggs is 2 laps down. Yes, Chandler Smith just sent him into the...
I feel like that the 7 car, I think something's off with it. He's probably got cold tires.
He just got sent into no man's land. He's got to recuperate.
Oh, team radio.
He can work. He fell back to 16th. He's got some cars he can work back up to, but
he's got a quick car. He can catch up. No, and he will catch up. But my theory is, what is this new car gonna look like for Formula E?
They just got a new car. They don't need to make a new one already.
Well, apparently there's a new series coming up.
Oh Lord, the Gen 3 was great. We don't need a Gen 4. Sammy Smith. Okay, that's Kligerman, Chandler Smith, Sammy Smith, 3, 4, 5. Great run for Kligerman, which he needs to keep to make sure that he gets into the top. Oh, he's got like a paper bag or something on his grill.
Oh, that's where my paper bag went. My bad.
He's got like probably has to sacrifice a position just so we can run up behind a car and try to get the debris off his grill. Or he might lose a second one to Sammy Smith in the process, just trying to get out of the groove so we can. Okay, debris off. Now we can resume racing. Oh, we got a caution. It's Dawson Cram. No. Oh, but he gets it going again.
It's still caution though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, good for him for getting that car going. That is they've been running well all day. Anthony Alfredo will get the free pass. Allgaier managed to make up 3 spots. Wait, Daniel Dye is running in 14th? What? Nice job for the youngster. That's like, it's like an F3 driver stepping up to F2 for a mid to back marker team. So, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Campos. It's like a Campos driver. It's like Campos going from F3 to F2 with Campos. I think if you consider where they're running, where they ended up in the Manufacturers Championship.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Like,
yeah.
How good was Campos in F3 this year? Yeah, I'm right. It's like Campos from their F3 program to the F2 program. From a moderately good F3 team to a pretty meh F2 team. But running P14, you can't ask for much more. That's the 9th caution today, I think. The average is 9.3 at Texas, which is pretty embarrassing. This is in the Xfinity series. All right. Because we got they're likely going to commercial. All right. So all the injuries from MotoGP this year, at least from as of July. So. Okay. Oh, somebody made a Reddit from June. All right. Let's see. In alphabetical order, Francesco Bagnaia injured himself at Circuit de la Sarthe, partial talus bone fracture. Not to mention that at the Dutch Grand Prix at TT at Circuit Assen, he high-sided and then he got his legs run over. Enea Bastianini, broken right scapula at Portimao. Brad Binder has a neck injury. Lucas Di Gianantonio, testing at Portimao, suffered head trauma. Alex Espargaro, riding a bicycle and hurt his ankle. I mentioned Paul Espargaro's Portimao wreck. Contusions. Okay.
Didn't I say the 7 looked like he's a bit having problems with his tires? He's going 4 tires right now.
I'll bet a bunch of drivers pit as well. If they got sent far back, I might as well change the strategy because they got to pit eventually.
I think it's best.
Raul Fernandez, right arm surgery, not related to a race exactly. Let's see. Who's this one? Also, it's Fabio Di Gianantonio. My mistake. Who's this driver? Iker Lecuona, who was a substitute driver himself. Left hip injury and left ankle contusion at the Circuit di Misano World Circuit, Marco Simonelli. Luca Marini at Le Mans before his wreck today broke his right wrist at Circuit Bugatti. Alex Marquez, muscle rupture at Coda. Marc Marquez, in addition to Portimao, also hurt himself at Sachsenring and Assen. Jorge Martin broke his toe at Portimao. Joan Mir hurt his right hand at Mugello. Miguel Oliveira hurt himself at Portimao and Jerez. Fabio Quartararo twisted ankle and hurt toe and arm at Assen. fuck. I don't know most of the field. I'm trying to look up their names. Alex Rins, Magello hurt his right leg. Benz, and then someone I don't recognize, and then just the lower series drivers have all been wrecking themselves as well. It's been ridiculous. No knows. I might have actually missed a couple. Can't imagine like breaking my jaw from a motorcycle wreck. Like Takaki Nakagami was the only Honda driver to race at all at the Dutch Grand Prix, which is a race where the points leader had his legs run over. Let's see. Alex Marquez got food poisoning at Texas and threw up in his helmet.
Ooh. Same to
all right. Choose rule happening now. Lining up.
I noticed something in this race.
Mm-hmm.
The little triangle
Where?
with the line across.
The choose cone. On the lap before they go back to green, drivers can choose which lane they restarted. An extra element of strategy. That's something I really like, and I wish other series used.
I never knew that was actually happening. Was a thing.
Yeah. Think about it. Before 09, it was always single file restarts with lap cars on the left side, which then so then they switched to double file in 09, and then after the All-Star race was so well received for it. And now they spiced it up after starting in 2020, late 2020, they added the choose cone. So, extra straight is like you could sacrifice an unoptimal racing line, but you might gain a few positions because you might start several rows higher than you might not have. So it's a trade-off. All right, here we go. Restarting once more. Custard Nemechek leading the field back to green.
Opens the door for the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek.
Nemechek on the inside takes the lead.
John Hunter now has control of this race, and that's not what you want.
No. He's going for win number 7 of the year. Chandler's... No, wait, that's for 3. That's 3rd, not 2nd. Let's see.
Right outside the top 5, running in that 6th spot behind Brandon Jones. There's Allgaier. We'll see what he's able to do.
Texas Motor Speedway. Yes, I concur. Allgaier has gained 7 spots since the restart, already up to 11th.
Just checking the team guys, and they told me that none of the 4 tires were equalized. I don't know, Junior, sometimes if you get shoved out of the groove like that, like Justin did, it just takes a while for everything to come back, but everything was fine in the 4 tires.
Here comes Allgaier now, the inside of Clements for 10th spot. Already he's back in the top 10, ready to work his way back up. He's still got 37.5% of the race to go, which is nuts considering we've almost been going for 2 hours.
Where all the leaders were last up here rode a lap 93, and then had about 20 laps of yellow on that, but he still can run a solid
20 laps on yellow and a 30 lap. Oh my god.
Leaders with about 35 to go, where he can probably run all the way down to 15 to go. Maybe maybe 2 tires.
Passes Ryan Sieg for P9. Oh, Josh Berry slow. He was involved in the wreck earlier, so he's the first car 1 lap down. Now Allgaier working on Kaz Gralla for P8. lucky 7 determined to work up to the top spot. Oh, Jeff Burton is blowing up.
Overheat.
Or just the motor lost its will to live. Holy crap! Like 9 drivers. He's the 9th driver now. Going to be out of the race. Like he just passed his pit stall. And he's just going to try and roll it to pit road. Sorry, roll it to the garage. I broke a track bar. Allgaier now up to 7th. He passed Brett Moffitt. Looking at his lap times, he's the fastest driver on the track. They'll probably zoom to the top 5, but I guess then passing the other 4 ahead of him will be the hard part.
Allgaier is up to 7th, which is really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he's got better tires, he's got a good car, and he's probably pissed that he got sent.
I've noticed there's not a lot of, how do I describe it? Not a lot of fights happening in this year's NASCAR. We've only had like 1 or 2.
We had Gregson versus Chastain. They fought.
There was a punch up almost with another duo.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember who you're talking about.
Well, I know there was one fight where
Here
actually
comes on Parker Kligerman for P6. He makes the pass through the quad oval. Just remember fights. Nah, I don't remember any other ones.
That's why we partner with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America. Out here, reliability is everything.
Extreme or routine, Verizon Frontline delivers.
The #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. It's your mission. It's your Verizon.
For 75 years.
Oh yeah, this is the future. They've had 3 different types of ads for NASCAR. One past, one present, and this is the future one.
Why would you? See, today, I'm just a fan. Like you. But tomorrow.
Do you miss the old classic NASCARs?
I mean, the Gen 4 is my favorite looking one, although they were hell unsafe. I mean, every era has its ups and downs, so... I mean... here comes... Allgaier passes Brandon Jones for P5.
If anyone is a... how to describe it? If anyone's into NFL, good luck. We're going to have some international games.
Well, that's interesting.
So, you know how NASCAR has a race in another country, right?
We're working on it. The reason the schedule for this year has been so late is because we're still trying to work on getting a race in Montreal and the circuit at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Which I hope they get that, because that would be amazing.
Chandler Smith looking to the inside, doesn't get the advantage on Custard.
muster up the racetrack a little bit. I still think that.
So in NFL, they've already got places where they play international games. Like in England, it's the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and Wembley Stadium.
It's in the UK. Okay.
It'd be interesting to see if you were able to take a NASCAR race in any of the British tracks.
Rockingham Speedway.
Mm.
That
Street course?
that
Right.
or Silverstone. But I liked me some ovals. Rockingham Speedway exists in Corby.
True.
Just careless mistake, to be honest. Shane did a great job making the car better.
And just in Europe, though, Lausitz Ring. If not NASCAR, then I want IndyCar back at the Lausitz Ring.
Pretty bad after that. Just hate it. We'd be running inside the top 8, no problem right now. Shane did a great job making adjustments. Just hate it, man. Just I feel like Shane and I are executing and Brian are executing and me and Shane can't do it all, right? We're doing a really good job and just people make mistakes.
Going to be a tough scenario for Jeff Burton. He will go to the Roval next week in a must-win situation.
No, it's in 2 weeks. Talladega is next week, which you guys took off the Xfinity calendar.
There's Brandon Jones, I was mentioning earlier, the fact that he's the highest-running non-playoff driver right now in that 6th spot.
Yeah, just all year long looking for that win, getting into the playoffs. Came close at Kansas, the last race of the regular season, ran second.
To Nemechek. Looks like Allgaier is catching up to his next victim.
Which is the 18.
Sammy Smith, a rookie who I'd say, considering his equipment has underperformed. You know, he won at Phoenix, but then after he kind of dropped off after that. Obviously, Nemechek, his teammate, has way more experience. But I mean, Nemechek, he won 6 races, led the point standings. Sammy Smith was around the 12th place in the positions by the time, 12th place in the standings when the playoffs began. Though he was protected by his win at Phoenix. Oh no, wait! It looks like Allgaier just had a snafu. Looking at, he must have slipped in a turn because he just lost a second and a half plus.
Either that or maybe some light traffic.
You don't lose a second in a lap with that unless something happens to you.
And there are 4 drivers that are non-playoff drivers inside the top 10, and the 4th one is Jeremy Clements.
I don't know, really. Maybe he took a different line in the corner. Wasn't worth it.
You wouldn't. Your options are limited at Texas. You wouldn't risk it. The risk,
True.
The chance of spinning out is just too high. So it looks like Allgaier is starting to build back the margin. We still got another 50. We still got another quarter of the race left as we hit the 2-hour mark.
First Pacific Funding on the side of this car. That's a partner that Jeremy has seen for the last few years. Good look at paint scheme. A little Texas pride on the hood.
Sammy Smith and that 18 car doing such a great job today. He's kind of closed in on the battle for second between Cole Custard and Chandler Smith. That 18 car. There's leader John Hunter Nemechek, and you see how big of a lead he has over the 0-0 Custard. There's Custard, but now look here, the 18 car right on the back.
There's the battle for P3, P4.
Justin Allgaier. This 18 car, can he gain these spots, Jeff Burton, but also be patient, mindful, not to make those mistakes that he's been making this year.
Now, Allgaier, he was about 5 seconds behind a few laps ago. Now it's down to 3.8. There he is. Like, you can see him there. He snuck back in.
Mm-hmm.
Called it. Yeah, so they're gonna show it. I was sure something happened, like that he almost lost the car.
Everyone else crashed when they went up there, so you did a good job just backing out.
He got high up in the groove, but unlike other drivers, actually able to save the car. Talking to Jim Pullman, his crew chief from his ARCA days, who was brought on after his longtime crew chief in the Xfinity series was moved over to Brandon Jones' car. So far, I think the move has worked out, but now he's got to pass two pretty fast cars, the 18 and the 16. 50 laps to go now. Sammy Smith trying to go to the inside of Chandler Smith for the pass for the third spot. It's a three-pronged battle. Chandler Smith coming back on the high side. 16 almost held up by the lap car, the 91, which is also a damaged lap car. Sammy Smith blocking the march of the 7. Oh, 7 trying to go to the inside, not able to get there, and the lap cars are preventing him from trying to pull out to the inside.
Green flag run, 27 laps, and John Hunter Nemechek still out front.
All right, side by side. But now they've caught up to the 00. Allgaier goes down to the bottom, trying to make a move on the 18. Side by side as they exit the turn. Still side by side. Trying to side draft. Allgaier to P4. They lost quite a bit of time trying to, well, he lost at least quite a bit of time. RCR teammates running 12th and 13th. Both of them right now are above the cut line. That was just nice to see, given their terrible moment last week when they had a teammate collision. Actually, the last week there were 2 teammate collisions: the JRM teammates and then the RCR teammates. Well, Austin Hill in particular was furious. Thank you to those who have subscribed to 1413. So we've hit all the goals. View-wise, let's see what we're at there. 187. Thank you all. Keep the goals a little low now. 7's caught up to the 16 again. Oh, Custard's pitting. I thought he had a problem. But yeah, now it's the leaders are going to start pitting. The 7 can afford to pit a little later because he pit later because he made an extra pit stop. His tire life will be a little longer. All right, Nemechek also on pit road.
And for Sammy Smith, he was reporting tight center exit. They told him our engine's getting a little too shallow, and that's probably hurting our exit. They did free him up with the air pressure ring.
Allgaier cycled back to the lead. But obviously, I believe he has to pit. He does have to pit at least one more time.
Mm-hmm.
And what does he mean by that? Well, the 7 of Allgaier continues on the racetrack. 42 laps to go. Allgaier running 31 2s to 31 0s when he's not in traffic. We'll update what the leaders do with fresh tires. But this is a very precarious situation for everybody that has pitted, because you see on the left-hand side that Allgaier has a bunch of cars 1 lap down. So the yellow does come out. This is going to be a huge break for Allgaier. Now, I like the call. 00 came to 20. Says, oh, I can't get beat by the guys coming early, so he has to cover that pit call. But drivers like the 7 of Allgaier.
Caution! Oh, that's humongous! Daniel Dye has spun. Oh, man.
Not so great for the 44, who was the caution. Daniel Dye making his first Xfinity Series start, running decent too.
Great, he's running great. But only 7 cars on the lead lap as a result. So that's, that was fantastic for all the cars who didn't pit yet. No free pass.
Just a huge break for Austin Hill. Think about that damage he's out there nursing around. The same as Nemrick. Can you believe it, Jeff? Like, I thought both these cars were done, and here they are, still having a chance to score.
21, the 10, and the 7, all in battle for one. Yaley stayed out. Kyle Sieg, Ryan Ellis, Anthony Alfredo. Those 4 drivers might be shaping up for a good finish. There's going to be a lot of wave arounds this caution, because I presume all of them are pitting.
Oh, yeah, no, I think Allgaier and those guys are going to be great, because 7 cars in the lead lap, so they'll all service their car without an issue. Nemechek will get the free pass, so he'll start at the top end.
Never mind.
Oh, Daniel Dye was
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Rick.
Custard, those guys will take the wave around. What that means is they'll be on the lead lap, but they're going to be all the way back.
Oh, they got, yeah, the car, like the leader, they'll have to, because, like the way the work, because they'll get the wave around, they'll start on the lead lap, but they're going to be behind the lap cars, so that makes your life very difficult.
The groups moved up there, but
Mm-hmm.
quite a ways higher.
Did he hit the wall? Great car control from the 44 to not hit the wall.
Doesn't do any damage to the car. Not many people have been able to spin over there today and say that. So
They kept getting easier and easier the higher I went. Just like a lot more feeling of the steering wheel. The steering wheel was way more spin.
But you know, his truck series runs haven't been great. But you know what? I think part of me wonders, you know, maybe truck series wasn't the best display of what he's actually capable of.
Spun out there. Look at the car. It's clean. No dents. To your point, Junior, right? He kept it out of the wall, so they'll have a chance to run all the laps today. That has to be the #1 goal of anyone making their first start.
See the points as they run with 38 laps still to go here in Texas.
So pit road will be open. Allgaier, Hill, Hemrick, Yaley, Sieg. We keep talking about all.
Let's see. I don't remember. I think was it the 10th caution? Let's see. The record for the Xfinity Series cautions
Ryan Ellis running 6th. And Anthony Alfredo. We see the Andes is the big sponsor.
is 13.
78 car running 7th on the lead lap. So they'll be able to service their car and restart inside the top 10. You see the big gap behind the 7. They can take a deep breath. No penalties here. Don't speed up the road. You got a lot of time. There you go. 30 out back.
And that's like the 3rd time Jim Pullman has reminded the pit crew, you do not need to rush here. So just a good clean stop. That's what they did. Remember, his car was loose and losing rear lateral grip, Kim.
How about the fight in the team of Daniel Hemrick rebounding after getting the grass early? Daniel said super tight exit of 2. They won't put tape on the ground. Air pressure adjustment on that Chevrolet, Marty.
Speaking of fight, how many times have we seen this from Austin Hill and Andy Street and the entire 21 team to rally back? Remember the contact earlier? The car does not look pretty. Now Austin having some issues here on this.
Austin Hill having issues on that. That's all right. Man, that car is in 2nd place and with that fender. My God, I forgot that was the damage to the 21, and that's in second. That wasn't 2nd. All right, Allgaier, Hemrick, Yaley, Kyle Sieg, Alfredo Ellis, Austin Hill. That's the lead lap. This will change with the wave around. Is up to 20th place might get a wave around.
Mm. No, unfortunately, I have to actually pop off the mic because I actually feel myself falling asleep.
You don't hear yourself?
I feel myself falling asleep. Almost.
Yeah, that was me earlier. And then I sprung up after I saw a hard battle for a free pass. For 1997 to 2018, there were just 2 Xfinity Series races. So for 1997 to spring 2018, 35 races, there were just 2 Xfinity Series races at Texas with 9 or more cautions. Since then, there have been 9 straight Xfinity Series races here with 9 or more cautions. The track was reconfigured in 2017 and splattered with gunk.
Introducing new buttermilk biscuits in sweet and savory flavors, so everyone can have their perfect biscuit. Or add one on the side. Get a breakfast biscuit sandwich with a side for just $7 for a limited time.
On the radio, Allgaier on the radio. Now we're talking.
Over the front stretch, you mentioned Anthony Alfredo has a career best finish here.
Oh, sorry, man. I actually have to pop off. Sorry, I didn't speak because I actually fell asleep there.
Oh, yeah, we all need gotta get the rest before the so you can wake up early to watch Japan.
True. All right.
I might jump in DC for that as well, though. No, I won't stream it.
No, I'll talk to you later, my friend. All right.
Oh, you're going?
Yeah.
All right.
Like I said, I'm about to fall asleep.
All right.
Sorry about that. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
See you later, man.
See you later.
Yes, but the pace difference between the cars is huge. So you got cars that were in the front leading laps, and now you got cars that did the same leading lap. Between them and those Allgaier and Hemrick. And with Hemrick on the bottom, he's wrecked as well. So the closing rate's going to be massive. These guys trying to work themselves through. You got to be aggressive, but they also got to be smart, Marty.
And yet, here's the other interesting thing. John Hunter Nemechek has not raced around these cars all day long. So he quickly asks his spotter, Tony Hirschman, who's around me? What has her day been like? That important information getting to John Hunter right now to get a book on the other drivers around him.
All right, here we go. Please don't fuck this up. Restart. Here we go. Allgaier and Hemrick. Cars going 3 wide. Oh my God. Cars just trying to weave their way through. Oh my God. 3 wide all through the corners. Allgaier clear of Hemrick, though Hemrick not letting the 7 go. It's just like last week.
Everything they can on this restart. John Hunter Nemechek on the high side there.
Double zero works his way through relatively quickly. So did the 20. Kyle C. running P3. Well, here's Austin Hill. I mean, he was obviously he was in the part of the lead pack. He gets to 3rd.
Steve marked all your spotter to be talking to you. Hey man, just hit your marks. Race your race.
Nemechek up to P5.
Behind you. Focus on you. Don't get intimidated by all these people.
Because they're coming. We see Cole Custard. And that 0-0. Parker Kligerman right behind it. And over by Anthony Alfredo there.
Battle for P4, Sieg and Nemechek. But that Jet 29 is not going to have the speed to keep up. Custard and Kligerman also making up ground.
Parker Kligerman running in the 7th position, Marty.
Impressive for Parker Kligerman trying to get another spot from Cole Custard. Remember, he came in 22 below the cut line after the mechanical issue in the first race of this round at Bristol. Parker told me this morning if we can cut half of that out going to the Roval, we feel really good about our chances. Well, look on the left-hand side of your screen. They've done better than that. Right now, -8 below the cut line. And Junior, I think going to the Roval where Parker is so good at the road courses, I think they feel pretty good about what they'll have in 2 weeks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is exactly what the 48 team needs to do. They've avoided any massive mistakes that would take them out of this race today.
Very few playoff drivers have been able to avoid mistakes today.
I think you can get a few more spots before this race is over. Make that job even easier going into the road. John Nemechek on the inside of the 21 of Austin Hill right here. Austin's going to race him hard. Looks like right in front of that 21, kicked over a little bit, a little more extra right front camber, but car handling great, driving good. Give him the spot. John Nemechek, but incredible resilience from Austin Hill and his team. And Dale, don't you think that's going to, I mean, if it can finish somewhat how they're running, Emmerich and Hill have to think about how fortunate they were to dodge a big deficit in the points, both running inside the top 5 with 29 laps to go and very damaged race cars. 100%, especially the 10 of Emmerich. I thought that splitter damage was going to really make his day difficult. But they did.
All right, Nemechek and Hill. Well, Nemechek passes Hemrick 2.8 seconds behind, 9 seconds behind. Hill trying to pass Hemrick. Custard not too far behind. Hill with that damaged car to the inside. Gets the position. Now to see if Nemechek can make up the ground. Here comes Custard to the inside. P4, excuse me, and Kligerman.
But great strategy, never quit attitude's got him in this position.
Well, if it's positive for the 10 and the 21, Sheldon Creed outside the top 10 is just going to be crushed with the day that they're having, right? He's currently +9, but I mean, look at the 2 car. There's no damage. It has just been bad. There's no other way to put it. They've said it on the radio. They don't know what is wrong with this 2 car, but it is a very bad day. Very bad time of year to just totally miss the setup or have an issue.
Wow. Sheldon Creed back in 13th. There's Anthony Alfredo and Sammy Smith. Alfredo was one of the drivers in the pack that stayed on the lead lap and pit. 26 laps to go. 26 laps to go.
This is what keeps a crew chief up at night, right? Is having a car that you just flat miss the setup on, or something is not installed correctly. Maybe there's a slug upside down, maybe a caster or camber spun. The setting's the wrong way. You know, it's hard to believe that a team that has been so consistent. Now I know they've had their issues with finishing some races, but their speed on the 2 has been relatively consistent all year long to be just this far off. This is one, guys, Jeff and Junior, when this one comes back to the shop, if it's still in one piece, we're going to spend a day post-racing this car to find out were we just this far off with our decisions, or did we have a mistake to make sure we don't make it again?
Yeah, and if you put this car back in the trailer with Roberry, don't tell me.
Oh, you
Just not to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, after we post-racing, I cut both fenders off so they couldn't make me take it.
24 to go. The gap from first to second is staying constant.
Brandon Jones closing in on Creed now.
Now that Nemechek is clear in the second place, I was watching the lap times on this number 20. 2.5 seconds behind. Algar in the leader, but he's quicker. Every lap, he's about a 10th quicker. That
Never mind. Oh yeah, 10th quicker. That would. Okay, maybe I was wrong. It was like it looked like it was 2.7 steady, but the last few laps it kind of caught up really quickly. But if you're catching at a rate of a 10th a second, that will make for quite the final lap. Considering that he'll be right on his bumper, or just past him. Actually, now it's 2.8 seconds. Caution! Debris. Oh, that is a big ass piece. Oh, oh, almost just ran into it. That is, and it's dancing just from the cars rolling by.
Normally, you have to be good on the short run because you're going to put tires on under these yellows. But think about this. I'm going to circle real quick. Look at that temperature.
132 degrees.
Time of day, right? These guys have been in this car now for what? Well over 2 hours as we close in on just past 5:20 on the East Coast. Do I have that right? Yeah, 5:20 on the East Coast. Oh, sorry, 6:20 on the East Coast. 5:20 local.
6:20 on the East Coast.
For, over 2 hours, 130 degree heat. It's going to be a real interesting situation to see who can kind of cool down, take a breath, and focus when it matters.
This is not a caution. We've been talking about Emmerich catching that break. This is not a caution. He wanted to see because all those cars behind him now are able to catch back up.
Let's see. Brett Moffitt gets the free pass.
Do you get tires? Do you not? You heard come on from the 00, but I'm not sure everyone on pit road has the same amount of tires. That might drive some of the decision. Let's see what happens. Allgaier stays out. Nemechek brings a big chunk, if not all, of the pit road. I believe Allgaier was out of tires, so that kind of forced the hand on the 7. Kim.
Daniel Hemrick will come in, and when I checked, it looked like they were actually putting scuffs on the wall. They did change the air pressure adjustment.
All right. So, pit stops. Allgaier and Austin Hill stayed out. Oh.
Scuffs for that. You see Bo Custard, top of the screen there, getting his fresh Goodyear tires. He was tight in the middle of the corner, made an adjustment for that.
Sorry about that, Dave. I didn't mean to jump on you, but to Marty's point, remember the 7 kind of got sent out of the groove early and thought he might have had an equalized tire, as Dave reported. That's where they use that extra set of tires. So I think Marty's dead on about, you have to use what tires you have. So now we'll see if new tires, because Jeff, you mentioned that you thought new tires had a big advantage during that green flag cycle.
Yeah, they really were. It was a really big advantage at that point. We'll see right here. This is really close. This 20 car came in hot, and I'm not so sure he was in his pit box. If he was, it was very, very close.
Yeah, the nose of that
You don't want a penalty now.
very close to the line, and you can't have anything on or over that line.
NASCAR's got an incredible system to be able to do that. An automated system uses cameras. See how close this is.
So NASCAR owns the line. Oh, I see a good solid quarter or half-inch between the. So the line is the white line.
Right.
So the black underneath it, they put down to kind of differentiate between the lighter concrete and the white line. That gives it a real clear defining point, and then you see a little contact right here between the 51 and the 18 leaving.
Lucky that went worse. Sammy Smith.
Let's watch his 20 pit stop again. Watch the right front tire changer. It's his job to determine if that car's in the pit box or not. Watch him. See right there? Takes a look, says, yep, we're in, and he starts the pit stop. Had he started to change, it would have been a penalty, Steve. But instead, he had the wherewithal to say, hey, I know that it's long. Let's check it and make sure that he was in the box. Great job by the right front tire changer. Kyle Power, good job to you.
Nice shout out. Let's give him referring to him by name. A rarity for the pit crew members.
Make sure kind of held up his fingers almost like he's an NFL official saying by that much they barely got it in. And the other key point is that it's an Xfinity Series, right, race? So Ben Bayshore, the crew chief, was actually down on pit road catching the front tires when they came back to the wall. So he would have said, hey, back it up if he did not see that it was a clean stop going on.
Sprint to the finish here.
Talk about all the small things in a race that make a difference, and that is training and understanding and then implementing the practice. Great job.
And Hemrick on his way to you, Kim.
Yeah, we talked about the good rebound. Well, they lost off that track position coming back down to pit road a second time because Daniel came on the radio and said, my left front just feels ill. There's something wrong, almost like a loose wheel. They checked it. The spotter checked it while he was on the racetrack. They didn't see a problem.
Great. Hemrick thought he had a problem, and then
Daniel chose to come down pit road. He said it just does not feel right. So you see him on pit road with that left front.
well,
You see him jump across with a saw. Remember, he hit the grass earlier, did all the damage. They've tried to repair it the best they can. They can't add a new fender.
unfortunate for Hemrick.
Something had moved to where maybe you could hit the tire. You saw the crew member cut him away. Great decision by Hemrick. I know he had that track position, but you have to finish now. You've had such a great day. He has a good car. Even damage, I think he could drive probably inside the top 15. Experience. If you don't feel it's correct, come down pit road, make a change. We heard Riley Herbst say on the pace laps, he thought he had a tire issue, ended up having an issue on the first lap of the race. He wishes he could go back and redo that decision. Daniel Hemrick showing a little bit of experience, saying, I'm going to raise my hand as much as I want to, and then a second time.
Scored as the last car on the lead lap in 18th position. So only 18 cars on the lead lap as we get ready for the restart. 17 laps.
All right, here we go. Also realize I don't have my. It's getting dark out, and I don't have my lamp on. We're green again. Fine, I'll plug in my lamp. All right, Allgaier back up front. Austin Hill breaking away too. Oh, we got a spin! 2 cars! Yaley and Kasgrawa. 12th caution. Man. Oh, Lord.
Yaley was running 5th. Kasgrawa 11th. As we take another look.
So JJ's on the outside line down there, and it's like just
26 slid up, and the 2 collided. I think this puts 18. Kyle Weatherman will get the free pass.
Caution comes out again. 12 cautions already here at Texas with 16 laps still to go. This time it's JJ Yaley and Karala involved in the incident. Andy's frozen Custard 300.
A truck is a tool, but a Ram is life. It's the let's load up the ATV's life. That my kids play way too many sports life. But let's find a secret spot to fish life. Nice. Discover how Ram powers all the lives you live during Ram Power Days.
During Ram Power Days, get 4,000 retail consumer cash allowance on most 2023 Ram 1500 trucks. See your Ram dealer today.
I'm all about fall, especially this new pumpkin spice frosty. So I'm taking some me time out here.
Question for you.
So, fries are a utensil, right?
Good question.
It is a good question. Can you answer?
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new pumpkin spice frosty or cold brew.
Hi, Tom. Are you future Tom? After we find out about GovX.com with thousands of exclusive discounts from GovX. Our drinks are cold, our watches are smart, and our future is so bright we gotta wear premium shades at an unbeatable price. GovX, savings for those who serve.
You need to stay ahead in business.
All right, so anyway, we gotta wait one more and we hit the caution record. Let's see if that happens or tie the record.
Coming up on the final laps here at Texas Motor Speedway, and already it has been the most cautions in a race for this season.
Oh, great.
The record for the track is 13.
I think you got us, Rick, because you said earlier too, it might just, speed by.
Well, let's bring in
2.5 hours later.
Brad. I don't think I jinxed it, but
Yes, you did.
Okay, Nostradamus, what are you thinking? I think we have jinxed him.
Oh, no doubt about it. We're going over that. We're breaking that record. That is going to happen. It's just interesting. You get these restarts and guys get a little spread out and start racing hard, and you just make a small mistake. J.A. Yaley was running great, had a good day. Cass Graham just stepped out a little bit. And you can't get off of a guy. So I think we got more cautions coming. I'm surprised at the number of cautions today. I thought we could see some on restarts, but it just seems like there's nowhere to hide on this racetrack.
Yeah, as we sit here and watch the point total, how much you're out, how much you're in, it's amazing. Caution to caution. A guy will line up in a different place and lose 10 or 15 points. So it is fantastic to watch this. It's going to be interesting to watch because I'm with you. I think we got at least 2 more.
We got 2 more coming. And what about Justin Allgaier? What is going to happen without, he doesn't have the tires. He's got a fast race car. Can those guys run him down? So, Rick, there's a lot going on. I think you jinxed us. We're going overtime today. We're going to be here for a while and more cautions to come.
There are a lot of cautions, but I'll throw a number at you. 17. You know anything about 17? Only 17 cars haven't been involved in an incident today. 21 cars have been involved in accidents.
Of 38.
Here in Texas.
Oh, Lord.
And the guy up front, and the guy calling the shots, standing by with Dave.
That is Jim Coleman, and this morning, Jim, you and I talked about how amazing Justin has been in qualifying, the third mile-and-a-half pole here. How amazing can he be now on the older tires?
Well, it's going to be fun to watch, that's for sure. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we got caught off cycle there, pinned them, and then, the only thing we had left was some 11-lap tires. But man, this Reese Chevrolet's been off the hook all day, and really proud of all these guys and Justin. I feel like the lap times are pretty good. You get them cooled down, and the fall off is not that bad. That lap or two on their sticker tires burns a little bit off, so who knows? We'll see what happens.
Maybe things have equaled out just a little bit, Marty.
Dave, let's have that debate with Ben Bayshore, the crew chief for John Hunter Nemechek. So does this caution hurt you with the cycle on tires or help you by bunching the field up?
I think it's a help. I think it bunches us up and gives us a shot at the 7. Without it, I think the 7 was going to probably build a 2 or 3 second gap. So this puts us in the ball game. I don't think we're going to beat them heads up. So hopefully with 12, 13 lap newer tires, we'll be able to go get it.
You guys want to choose the bottom here or the top here?
I think we'll, for us, going opposite of the 21. So if we get the front row, we'll take it. If not, we'll push the 7 and try to get clear and dogfight for the win.
And that's what they were just talking about on the radio a moment ago, Steve. As damaged as the 21 is right now, even though he's been pretty quick, they want to go the opposite direction of wherever he chooses when they do make the choose.
Well, I'm concerned that the 21 doesn't have a very good right front fender to turn, but I'm also a little concerned about the rear bumper I'd have to push. I don't want to hook the 21 or have an issue, so I agree opposite of the 21 would be the move. The 10 back on pit road.
Well, that's not good.
Still working on that left front there. Still in the lead lap, so no issues here.
Well, restarts have been wild today, and we saw earlier Justin Allgaier was kind of dominating the race, and runs down into turn 1. Doesn't really have the pace right here. He gets checked up a little bit. The 16 gets into the back of him. He gets him up the racetrack, and now he's got all that debris on his tires, and look at all the spots he's losing. But
Lost 15 spots.
after that restart, he never liked his car again. Even after he got his tires clean, he never liked his car. So it makes me wonder, now that he's restarting in the front, this is his third cycle on these tires, how is his car going to drive? How confident is he in his car because of that incident earlier in the day?
He's absolutely vulnerable in this situation. He's probably going to take, top of the racetrack. So the 20 probably knows, hey, I need to be in his back bumper. I'm going to push him, get him out there and get him clear, but I'm also going to try to hassle him in turn 1 and 2. very much like the 16 car did. See if we can't get him up the racetrack. That might be, I need to strike early, not allow that 7 car to get clear and be out front down in the turn 3. He can actually try to get on that back bumper, keep that 7 car loose all the way around turn 1 and 2, get him up the track.
John Hunter Nemechek is going to restart in the second row. Back in 2021.
Won the race.
Ford car at the time. Same sponsor. Found victory lane.
Longer race, too.
And now John Hunter Nemechek with 6 wins already.
Got slightly better tires, got a fast car.
Is in contention again. He'll be restarting right behind Allgaier.
It's fair to say the 3 fastest teams, the 21, the 7, and the 20, all year long, and here they are. You know, 11 starting in the front of this race. Only 10 laps to go.
Austin Hill with his damaged right front fender and rear fender.
All right, here we go. It'll be a 10-lap shootout. We're green at Texas. Not a good start for the 20. It hurt the 7 too because he had no one to push him. But the 7 rockets back. Ooh, 3 wide for the 20. He goes way out into the sticky. Kligerman up to 3rd. Austin Hill. Allgaier battling out. Hill in his wounded car. Furiously fighting on the inside. But the 7 has the speed. And gets to the front once more.
Allgaier's got to be looking at his left side and seeing that right front fender of Austin Hill, wondering how can he be running right here with that damage?
No idea. Here comes Kligerman to the bottom for P2. Holy crap. I think Kligerman pit on the last stop. He could pull off the win. It would be his first Xfinity Series victory. Here comes the 48. This is the same track where they won their first ever race with Tyler Reddick last year.
Allgaier might want to consider running the bottom lane right here. That's where Kligerman's running. Take that away. He does not. He goes to the second lane.
Kligerman to the inside. Allgaier outside. Oh, they're side by side. Oh my God. He's going to do it. To the inside goes the Spike Light Coolers, number 48. Oh, but the 7 on the last one. Ooh, the 48 lets him back by. And here comes Nemechek with a giant load of speed. Oh, the 7 got super high. And the 48 takes the lead. But the 20 is back in the hunt. Oh, boy. We got 7 laps to go. Oh, the 7 has blown it. And the 20 is now ahead of the 48. Oh, well, I guess that was too much. I guess to go for.
In the center of 3 and 4. Kligerman's got to stay focused here. He'll take the fight back to Nemechek.
John Hunter Nemechek now with about 4 car lengths between he and second.
Well, that delusion was fun while it lasted. Nemechek up in front. What happened to the 7? Oh, I guess the 7 just got really high. 40 and the 20 just got a big load of steam and just zoomed off. Great. I really suffered through this fuckfest just for a Nemechek win? Are you kidding me?
As well, he's running 3rd. Allgaier's falling back to 4th, maybe even losing another spot here as Chandler Smith gets to his inside.
All right, 5 laps to go. Oh man, are you kidding me? Boo. Anyway, what? It is what it is. All right, 5 to go. That was. Got loose in the goose. Can the 20 lose it on the last lap or something?
All 8 drivers in the top 8 playoff drivers. And again, a win and you advance to the round of 8. Chandler Smith is now clear of the 7 Allgaier.
4 to go. It's a big point gap.
There's a car slow around turn 3 and 4 on the apron coming to pit road.
Who was it?
Not going to bring out a yellow.
Who was it, though?
I believe that's Daniel Hemrick.
Of course it was Hemrick.
Under 3 laps to
Wow. I mean, they've pit like every single caution. Flat right front tire on the 10. And that could be big for the 48.
Finally failed. They kept working on it. He's losing spots as we speak right here. Next couple of laps. Several cars are going to get by.
Custer, Hill, that's for 6th.
Custard and Austin Hill, 6th place. Oh, that's Hemrick. I'm sorry, Junior, you mentioned Hemrick. If he loses points, now you see only 5 points in front of Kligerman. What a job by Parker.
3 points now.
Through the race, complete.
2 to go. That's 3 miles.
Setting himself up for an awesome podium finish. Almost had an opportunity of winning the race. I know he'll be disappointed in that, but
You know what? He'll be that much closer to the front, to making the cut. White flag's out. Last lap at Texas.
John Hunter Nemechek, those fresh tires. After the restart, he regroups.
Oh, Hemrick's just out.
He's able to get by Parker.
He's lost as many positions as he can lose.
I mentioned before, 6 wins.
All right, as it comes down the backstretch, it's been a stellar season for the number 20, and at the track where he won with Joe Gibbs Racing in 2021, Nemechek wins at Texas, the Andes Frozen Custard 300. Second place goes to Parker Kligerman, a top 5 for Sammy Smith, well, much needed at top 5. Chandler Smith 4th, Allgaier 5th, Custer 6th, Hill 7th, Creed 8th, Jones 9th, and Brett Moffitt with a P10. Oh, thank God it's over. 15 cars finish on the lead lap, including the Sieg brothers and Kyle Weatherman. Daniel Dye finishes P17 on debut, and Lane Riggs finishes in 19th.
A year ago, Ty Gibbs with Joe Gibbs Racing won 7 races and a championship. John Hunter Nemechek.
And Nemechek locks in the round of 8 by a win, and Custer locks into the round of 8 on points. Never mind. Yes, he does. I think. No, he doesn't. Or maybe he does. He might. Because, I'm trying to remember, like, because you gotta be 54 over first, over second, over the driving cut line. I don't know how the math changes because of, Hemrick falling back. Anyway, Nemechek wins. I gotta get going because I gotta get some food and I gotta take a night out on the town. Thank you all so much for coming out to today's race. I'll see you tomorrow for the likely disaster fest. That is the Auto Trader Echo Park Automotive 400. Alright, this is BowserJrXD signing off. Have a good one.